How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We're gonna be starting up here. How's it going, guys? Welcome back. What's up, Crowley? How's it going, Grawl? Alright, everybody. So, it's been a little while since I've done old school RuneScape, that's for sure. I'm not even really sure how I want to set up my screen for streaming this. I look kind of weird just like floating here. But, it's alright. Maybe we'll figure this out as we go. My hair looks also strange today, too. So, I haven't played old school in like a really long time, actually. It's been actually quite a while since I played. I've been mostly just doing flipping in old school. Doing flipping, looking at prices, doing price research and stuff. I haven't been actually playing the game, though. What's up, Matthew? Oh, I just realized I'm looking at the wrong chat. There we go. So anyway, we're going to be jumping into it. We're going to be starting back up. Doing clues, fun. Let's see, my controls seem to be kind of slow. Let's see if I can change these controls a little bit here. This will make it so that I can actually like, let's see. No. Oh, this looks different. Oh, Jesus. I guess we could play it like this, but honestly, I don't really like that look. I prefer this. I prefer it this way, honestly. Let's see, screen brightness. We'll leave that up there. Ooh, I definitely think they've updated this before. Playing Pokemon Sword Reptar, nice. I want to get back into playing Pokemon. Haven't played it too much lately. Okay, this is probably going to be. So what journey is this? This is the journey of getting back into my old school RuneScape account, and we're going to start doing our old school RuneScape content. So I did like an old school RuneScape content piece not too long ago, but going to be doing a lot more regular old school RuneScape content. But in order to do, you know, consistent old school RuneScape content and everything, you need to have an account that can do old school RuneScape content. So I need to build up my account. This is the account right now. When it says a journey begins, that's pretty much literally what I mean. Outside of like woodcutting AFK, I hadn't really done a whole lot. I had like fletched a lot of the logs I had gotten from that, but that's really all that I had done. There's not a whole lot else in the account. I think the most recent thing I was working on was doing agility. I think I'll probably continue with doing agility again. We've currently got a 16 mil bank. That is currently what the bank value is, although we've got like all these redwood logs and stuff here too. So we actually have quite a bit of stuff. I'm gonna go and get our recording going there, because I'm actually gonna use this stream, take some clips from here, make progress content. I don't know how much these are actually worth. Oh, whoop. Should probably put those as notes. Let's find out how much these are actually worth. This gold right here, by the way, is not technically part of this account, so... Oh, and my green screen, 1 second. Fixed it, there we go. So this right here is like gold that's not really part of this account, so it's just sitting there. These are worth 837,000 gold though, so our bank is valued at, we have it in cash, we've got about 17 mil. And then we got 837k here, so we've also got some other items in here. Nothing that's like super expensive. Nothing of like significant value in here. We've got like all this stuff that I looted from a PvP world, which is probably going to be part of a video in the near future. So I'm just going to leave that there. We're not really going to mess with this stuff here. But yeah, not like a whole lot on here. So we are definitely, yeah. We're starting fresh completely. Like, if you've watched our previous streams, then you saw, like, how we were, like, making a fresh account progress. And then, honestly, I just kind of, like, wasn't able to play much after that, so. Do I have any flips going? I don't currently have any flips going on in this account. I really haven't done anything. I mean, I was doing flipping on this account, but flips that count for this account, no. And this is not a real flip. I just have like gold. I'm just storing the gold there. So don't try using this price. It's not a real price. Why the burnt food stacks? I collect old school RuneScape burnt food. People would just give me food from streams and stuff like that. So that's where all this is from, is me either picking it up on the ground or something like that. Starting fresh with a Santa. I mean, yeah, when Santa is only worth 5k. Yeah. Okay, so I think, honestly, a really good next step would be to continue working on agility, especially because right now it's at 59 agility. Let me see what level it was. Yeah, 60 is when Sears started. I think I was doing the Falador rooftop course, and I was trying to work on getting to 60, so I think I'm going to jump back into doing that. I remember that I was doing high alching while I was doing that, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my Staff of Fire, and we'll be able to do some high alching. I don't remember what I was high alching though, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab, we can placeholder this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this stuff here. What we're gonna do is, I'm gonna equip my Staff of Fire, get rid of my Dragon Harpoon. I was doing a little bit of AFK fishing, I remember that, because I've got 94 woodcutting, so I was kind of switching over to fishing because I was like, it'd be kind of nice to finish doing woodcutting after I've got like elven stuff unlocked. We've got 37 Marks of Grace. I'm gonna go ahead and bring these Marks of Grace, and I think we've already got everything. Oops, I think we've already got everything equipped that we had. So we got like the graceful. We have graceful top, graceful hood, graceful gloves. I still need these two pieces though, and I also need the cloak too. So we need to work on some more graceful stuff. I was working on that while I was doing agility. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna multitask my high alchemy with this so we can work on some combat stats. We're at 67 magic right now. And I don't remember 100% everything else that I was working on at the time, so we're just gonna like start some new goals. And I think like looking at the account right away, I noticed that I should keep working on agility because I'm almost a Sears. And agility is just overall really helpful for being able to do everything in the game, so looks like a good start. Would you recommend looting a PvP world to get some random items and loot? I would, yeah. Yeah, so if you look right here in my bank on this account, I've got... Most of my gold on this account actually came from woodcutting. Just gonna be honest, like, I cut, like, a lot of redwood logs. I still have a picture on here. I will probably put it in the progress video that I make going along with this one, but I cut logs till 94. So that's my woodcutting XP right now. Pretty much my money came from this. So that is what I was really building up with. A little bit came from fishing, not a whole lot because my fishing's not that high level. But yeah, the vast majority from woodcutting, fishing, a little bit of profit from fletching, and that's really it. But starting off a fresh account though, I would definitely recommend doing looting PvP worlds. This right here is my recent-ish, it was like a year ago, the looting that I did. But as you can see though, this will stack up quite a bit if you are, you know, just consistently looting. And I would say that's a really good way to get some starter gold. I wouldn't recommend, like, you know, once you have a few mil or like a couple mil or something like that, I probably wouldn't recommend sitting there and continue looting. But to get like some starter equipment, starter alchemy, or starter, not alchemy, but starter teleports, starter runes, starter gear, be a really good idea actually to do the PvP worlds. Hey Manatee, how's it going, man? Welcome, Lucky. Any tips for investing in RS3? That's very vague, but if you give me some, give you like a little bit more specific question, then yeah, I can for sure help you out. I'm just going to go ahead and leave these redwood logs where they're at right now and not worry about selling them, because we'll probably just end up working on that stack. What I am going to do though is I'm going to buy some onyx bolts. So onyx bolts E are a really decent item to high alch. Okay, so they're not instant buying, but that's okay. We're going to do this. I personally like doing onyx bolts. There are a lot of different options of things that you can high alch, but I personally do like onyx bolts because onyx bolts are just something that I used to do back in the day, like back a long time ago when I was playing RuneScape. this is what one of the items I would do. Let's go ahead and buy... I'll go ahead and buy 500 of these. Let's hope that they buy. While that's buying, though, I think I might pull up the wiki over here and see if there's maybe a couple other small things that we can look into high alching. Old school RuneScape wiki. And then I can just take a quick look here and just get a couple other ideas of some other things that we could buy for high alchemy. Let's see. Looking at a high alchemy list here. There's a lot of things, and I know a pretty good list, but the problem is, though, is a lot of those things take like a little bit longer to buy, and right now I don't want to sit around and wait. Looks like we got blue d'hide van braces are also... let's see, blue d'hide van braces. Let's see what these are buying for currently. And our onyx bolts are buying, so we are going to have those. 1180, wow, that's a really good price, actually. I'm pretty sure that these are actually... I'm going to go ahead and buy some of these. I think these are actually a pretty good thing for us to high alch, too. We just want to get some general high alchemy stuff. Okay, so these have a buy limit of 125, so we just bought one, which means we have 124 more to buy, so I'll go ahead and put that offer in there so we can buy some of those. Nothing in particular here, we're just going to grab some high alch stuff. Let's go ahead and move that down. Oh, my high alchemy thing is like way over here. Playing old school on a big screen is like, like kind of a big screen. It might be an advantage for me to put it on like a smaller display size, but let's high alch a little bit here while we're waiting for our stuff to buy. And welcome to the stream, everybody. We're going to be doing some old school RuneScape progress today. Really just kind of like getting back into the swing of things and figure out what I want to do on this account to get her going. I think that doing a high alchemy while doing some agility is kind of like a pretty obvious thing that we should start off doing. Working towards like 70 agility would be really nice, because that will give us like a really big advantage while trying to do quests and everything else. So kind of like set ourselves up for that. On my AFK time, I'll probably continue doing woodcutting, but one of the things I really want to work on is getting the Nightmare Zone unlocked, because that way I can do AFK Nightmare Zone. It's a really good AFK. That might be like the best AFK thing in the game, so that'd be really nice. We can work on some combat stats with that. That way we're able to do some bossing in the near future. Wasn't expecting old school RuneScape nice shirt, by the way. Thank you. Do you always play do you always play old school or RS3 as well? I actually 99% of the time play RS3 actually. If you check out my channel, almost all of my content is RS3. But I do really enjoy both games. I do actively flip on both games pretty much every day. So when it comes to like flipping, investing, stuff like that, I have a pretty vast knowledge for old school RuneScape as well. But just like the actual playing the game though, I just don't put a whole lot of time into it. But I would like to change that. I've been getting more consistent with the videos, doing live streams and everything, so that's enabled me to be able to start allocating a little bit more time to doing some old school streams and videos. So if you like the idea, then feel free to follow. Alright, we got some Onyx Bolts E, so that's going to give us a good start here. Honestly, I might just go ahead and buy like another 500 of these. These are taking a while to buy. Might just leave that offer in there. And I think 1,000 Alex is definitely a really good start, and we'll be able to go with 1,000 Alex. I don't really want to go with a little less than that, but I think that 1,000 will be good to go, so we'll wait for these other 500 to buy, which shouldn't take very long, and then we will go and jump on some agility. Also, if you guys play mostly RS3 and you were hoping for an RS3 stream, no worries. You know, I probably would have been fishing or something like that on there anyway. That's been my current AFK. But if you guys have questions involving flipping, money-making method, any of that kind of stuff, really honestly anything about either one of the games involving like, you know, flipping, investing, anything GE related, you feel free to ask and I can answer. You don't have to only ask old school questions because it's an old school stream. It's kind of more chill than that. This is so nostalgic right now. I know every time I hop on, I get some nostalgia. That's also kind of one of the benefits of not playing old school all the time. Was that every time I hopped on, it was just like, oh, nostalgia stuff. I had a quick question around investing. Hope it isn't too vague. If it is, I'll just let you know. Look, so when I say like it's real vague, what I mean is like if someone's like, any tips on flipping? Yeah, there's about 1 billion tips I can give you on flipping, so it's kind of hard for me to answer that question, you know? I don't mean it in any offensive way. If I say too vague, just, you know, kind of narrow it down a little bit. And I understand that for some people that, you know, if you're newer or something like that, you may not think it's a vague question, but like when you really try to answer one of those questions, man, it's really hard to do, and I want to be able to give you the best answer I can. Do you think portable Fletchers are good to invest for double XP weekend? I was thinking about it. Surely it's practical. Yes and no. So portables in general do tend to have like a decent, they tend to be a decent investment, but the only issue with portables is that just like Silverhawk feathers and all the other stuff for RS3, they tend to run promotions that release all that stuff again. And so when they run those promotions that release all those things, then the prices will go down. So it's kind of hard to time when you're able to sell things. So if you're planning on selling it like during the weekend, for example, that can like completely destroy that entire strategy if they release a big promo. So just keep that in mind. I would say there's definitely much more solid investment opportunities out there. Is it a bad idea? No, but there just might be better ideas. Things that were a little bit easier to manage. What are Becriminal bolts? Becriminal bolts are just a high-level bolt for ranging in RS3. And that actually kind of does, that kind of answers the question for all portables. So a real big deciding factor is, you know, when they release those events, and they've pretty much done a treasure hunter event every single time, so it's pretty much a guaranteed thing. Air battle staves, or go to World 308 chat, they sell high alks in bulk. Yeah, I know, I'm not looking to get like a massive stack of shit right now. I honestly just want to get like, you know, 1,000 alks and then go. It's fine. Our things are buying. I know a lot of different things that you can buy to high alk, and I have like a little list that I use myself that actually if you watch the most recent old school content, which has been a little while now actually, on the YouTube channel, I actually showed how you can use that high alk stuff kind of like as to your advantage for flipping. Do you think Jags will do something about party hats in RS3? They said they are, so hopefully. We'll see. Do you think Blast Diffusion boots will go back up? I personally think they will. I'm pretty heavily invested in them, so I hope so. Big fan, by the way. Thanks, Guitar. Thanks, everybody. Also, yeah, thanks everyone for being here. Crowley, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I see a lot of you guys are on YouTube. Totally fine. We're actually streaming to both places right now. If you'd like to follow on Twitch, you totally can. So that when we do our Twitch only streams, then you guys will be part of it. Also, if you are on YouTube and you haven't clicked the notification bell, be sure to do that. I looked at the statistics yesterday, and it looks like only about 9% of my total subscribers have clicked the bell. So if you want to know when live streams go live or when brand new videos pop up, then feel free to hit that. What are your thoughts on different times of the year affecting price fluctuations? Last August double XP prices, no schools seem higher in general than November's. Well, I think you actually just kind of answered that yourself. A lot of it has to do with what's going on in real life. So if people are able to play more often, then prices will go up higher. It also depends on how well people can predict the market. If people have predicted that there'll be an update or predicted that there'll be another double XP or something like that, then more people have stocked up. More people have had time to stock up, which will mean that less people will be able to, like, the price will go up less. How's it going, Swiftly? How's it going, man? Oh, I need to buy some nature runes, too. Our stuff's almost bought here, too, so that's good. Let's go ahead and buy 1,000 nature runes. Wow, so cheap. And also, I don't know, I'm pretty much going to continue building up my bank on this account by doing a lot of woodcutting, fishing stuff, AFK. That's kind of like my goal right now. I don't know. Honestly, it's hard to answer questions as to what I'm going to work on. I know that for sure right now we're going to work on doing some agility while high alking. Wow, I just butchered that. Agility while high alking. That's kind of hard to say actually, or maybe it's just me right now. But that's the goal. And then Also, when I'm actively playing, I'm going to be working on getting Nightmare Zone unlocked. That way I can get some combat stats up. And then honestly, I plan on doing like a lot of bossing. Like that's what I really want to do. I don't do much bossing at all in RS3, and I kind of want to be the opposite on old school. I kind of just like want to get unlocks done and like do some bossing and stuff. Like that's what I really want to work on. But I will be trying to go towards Max Cape, Quest Cape, stuff like that on here too. When? We'll see. We'll see. Completely understandable. I didn't think that, buddy. I found an old account that had 15,000 oddments on it. Well, everyone was actually given 15,000 oddments recently. So, with the offer... Oh, God. Ugh. Hang on a second. Ah, that hair in my mouth. Nasty. I'm dying over here. Help me. Alright, we got 125 adamant plate bodies bought too. Cool. I'm just gonna wait for this offer right here to continue. Actually, I mean, I think we're probably good actually. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and go. We got how much we need. I'll leave this in there so we got some more alks that are like building up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and head over to Falador. I need to do Falador rooftops for my agility. I know that I could do something to like maximize my marks of grace per hour and stuff like that, but honestly, I would rather just do... Oops, I do not want to bring all these actually. I would actually rather just do something that's going to give me like good XP, because the progress... I remember the progress when I was doing rooftops for the best marks was just so slow that it was like annoying. So we're gonna work on doing actually I'm gonna continue doing the high alks on the onyx bolts, that way I don't lock up my gold. Now I do remember how to do this because this is what I was recently doing when I was playing last time, but it should be pretty entertaining to see all the things I screw up along the way, for you and me both. Also, I don't think I'll be high alking the entire time because it's kind of hard to high alk and click this and answer questions. So, he said he had 15,000 oddments with the offer, so I bought a bunch of skilling packs as I won't use it. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I usually do too for my accounts. I'm not really trying to train up. I just will just spend those oddments on whatever and cash out for money. I would just honestly check out the graphs for them. So if you look at my recent double XP investing videos I've been making, the first one, the crafting video, kind of goes over everything you need to know for like looking to when to sell things. But actually, probably even better would be to go to the double XP investing playlist on the channel, and then look for when to sell your items thing. It explains that entire thing, so that'll be able to answer your questions involving when you should sell those. Also, we really don't have that far. It's kind of funny where I left off when I was playing last time. This is actually really funny because looks like I left off at like, yeah, 4662 is all the XP that I had left in order to be able to hit 60 agility. That's really funny. Also, we have 140 Falador rooftop laps, I guess. I didn't know that was a counter. That's the current stats, so... Pretty much everything has just been like me AFKing on mobile and then our previous streams. But besides that, this account is very fresh. Like, there's not really hardly anything done on this account. If you look at my quests, I've got the free quests done because I just rushed them all. I just like piled through them, like non-stop did all of them. So that's why the free quests are done. Besides that, there's like hardly anything done for members quests. There's really not much done here. I unlocked the woodcutting guild, that way I could AFK the woodcutting. But besides that, this is a very fresh account, actually. Pretty much all the gold in this account is from skilling. Not really much else I can say about like the account stuff. So, honestly, if you look back through my content and everything, you can literally see the very beginning of this account. So, it is a very fresh start, really. Just some time put into skilling, really. But I actually really enjoy doing like agility and everything else on old school in comparison to RS3. It is more interactive, it's not as AFK, which I do like AFK things, but we'll unlock some things for AFK too. And I'll have to get good with like the meta and everything for playing this. I see your screen is big. How can I adjust mine? I got this small screen. Go to your settings and put it on modern adjustable or resizable. I think it's modern resizable. I will tell you though that like it's a little bit difficult to play like this, slightly, because like I'm going so far in between my alch and my buttons here. Like the click boxes and my alchemy is like so far in between each other. It's kind of annoying, but it's not terrible. Also, for those of you that play on mobile, agility on mobile is actually not bad. Like I totally enjoy just sitting back, chilling and relaxing and doing some mobile agility. Vast majority of the XP for my agility has come from mobile. I know I'm not like any crazy progress on this account or anything like that, but my 59 agility has mostly come from mobile. Why not have all streams on both? There's advantages to having streams on just one or the other. For example, on Twitch, if I was to stream on Twitch, then we can be a little bit more liberal with the music we're able to play. You can't play all the different types of music on YouTube. It doesn't work out very well. The music I'm playing right now is something that I have the rights to. So I've got this playlist I can play everywhere. But yeah, that's one thing. Another thing too is there's like more chat functions on certain places too. So yeah, a lot of different things. Also, one last thing is being able to if we have all of our viewers, like right now, a lot of the viewers are currently on. Hey, and thank you so much, Swiftly Frost. I missed that. That sub right there, man. Thank you so much. When it comes to like all the different functions for Twitch or like working towards like partner goal and stuff like that, if I'm only on Twitch, then that means that all you guys would be only watching on Twitch, which helps the Twitch count. So right now it's like. It looks like most people are actually on YouTube, so that doesn't help towards partnership or whatever. So that's another advantage of doing just one. But as you can tell with the most recent streams, I have been doing mostly both because I'm trying to build them up a bit. What's your background besides RuneScape? You learned flipping exclusively from playing RuneScape. What did you go to school for? I've been creating and running online businesses since I was 14 years old, and that's pretty much what I've been doing online. So everything and anything involving sales, business, all the jazz that goes with that, investing in real life and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, no, RuneScape definitely had a huge impact on that kind of stuff though, because like I learned honestly a lot of my early negotiating and figuring out things of like what you can and can't do, what's possible and whatever, and then just trying it in real life, and hey, stuff works. What did you do with the Halloween mask they gave you when you started the account? This account? Your Twitch link doesn't work for me. What does it do? It should work. Let me see. Let me double check and make sure that the Twitch link isn't broken. Somehow. Who knows? I'll have to go check it. One sec. Wow, Jax, well, it soars back so much it looks like the game went to 2007. Thank you for the likes, by the way. You got 10 likes out there. The people leaving likes on the video or comments on the video actually like really helps to be able to get it shared. Oh. Huh. Yeah, you're right. That one isn't working. Give me 1 second here. I'll fix that. Okay, there. Strange. The link like broke. I'll have to remember that. Okay, 1 second. Okay, there we go. I apologize. There, should be working now. Which Halloween masks are you talking about? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Rune 2H's and Rune plate legs are good high alchemy too? Yeah, for sure. Ooh, we got a red. It's red. That means that we've got a mark of grace, which is awesome. Slowly get there. Yeah, it's just I wasn't going after certain high alchemy things because I didn't want to have to sit here and wait for them to buy. You started a new old school account that gave me All those things? Huh. They didn't give me any of those things when I started my account. Hi, how's it going, Chris? Hi, question mark, question mark, question mark. I maxed about a year ago in old school RuneScape and playing RS3 for the past 2 months. Nice, man. I personally like playing both. My plan is just to work towards, honestly, just work towards account progress. I'm not really like I'm not like, oh man, I'm gonna rush to max or anything like that. Like, I remember when I very first started, like coming back into old school was like that, but like, my big thing is I just want to, I want to work on the skills. I want to get them up to max account as eventually here, but honestly, I'm really just going to be like working on like doing whatever sounds good. So if I'm like, you know, let's just go let's hit 99 Slayer and then keep going, or sit there and kill bosses or whatever. On RS3, I do everything pretty much like in order of efficiency and try and do everything perfectly. So I don't really want to be that way on old school RuneScape. It'd be kind of overwhelming to do it on 2 games. Your Twitch link doesn't work. Oh, there we go. I fixed it. Sorry. Yeah, I started a new old account. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Arthur says, what is the journey? The journey is starting back in old school RuneScape content, so I'm going to start being consistent about building up this account. We'll have some progress videos and everything like that. We'll start doing also some different streams too. We're going to be streaming both games, so RS3 and old school, and also probably do some variety streaming. I have a few different games I want to play, and it's a great way to work them into the workday, is to, you know, stream them. Okay, I switched to Twitch now. Also, why is there such a long stream delay? It's because of the servers for Twitch versus YouTube. One of them has a longer delay than the other ones. Which one is having more of a delay, actually? If you let me know that, I can look into it, see if I can get that fixed. I know they're different though. I know that one of them has a longer delay right now. I found when I would try to rush a skill. Hey, thank you so much for the follow there, Closing. Really appreciate it. I found when I try to rush a skill in old school RuneScape, I burn myself out. Yeah, for sure. I feel like it's actually much easier to not burn out on RS3 because of the fact that most of the skills have an AFK option. So for me personally, if I can like just, you know, skill in the background, I can skill in the background to 200 million, you know? But if I'm like actively clicking things, then yeah, I'll definitely burn out quicker, that's for sure. So would I ever get all 200 million in old school? Maybe not. I got an old account back after close to 10 years and have to change the RS name. Can't decide to what? Ooh, hey, I mean, it's hard to find. It's hard to find a good name though. You know, a lot of them be taken. All right, we got 1600 XP left until 60, and then we're gonna be able to switch over to Sears Village. I haven't done Sears Village rooftops in this account because it hasn't been 60, so it'll be really fun to switch over when we can. That means we don't have that much left to go at all, actually. 38 actions left is what it says on here. Weird question, when I do some of my daily challenges, some reward me with tons of XP, when some of them reward me with 700 XP. Yep, it scales to your level, so daily challenges scale to your level pretty hardcore. So the higher level is, the better it gets. That's why it's usually better to either prioritize doing them for a high skill, or prioritize doing them for a skill you just really want the XP in. Oh, YouTube is a lot longer? Okay, I'll look into that and see if there's anything I can adjust for that. But also, you guys can just feel free to hop over to the Twitch page too. If there is like a, you know, if YouTube does have a much longer delay, then feel free to hop over to the Twitch page. The Twitch page helps me out a lot more anyway, just to be honest with you, because that works for working towards partnership and stuff. Hey Manatee, oh wait, what's your favorite pet or you hope to get on old school? I actually really want the woodcutting pet. I really want the beaver. That's because it's currently my highest stat in here, and whenever I think of nostalgic old school RuneScape skilling, the beaver is usually the first thing that pops in my head, so... Or sorry, woodcutting is usually the first thing that pops in my head, so I would like to be able to get that. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Also, I'm probably gonna do 200 million woodcutting on this account. If I had to guess some skills, I'm gonna go a lot past 99. woodcutting will definitely be one of those skills for sure. It's just really easy to AFK it on redwoods and stuff, so I definitely see myself going way past 99 on that one. So we'll get that pet somehow. Also, I don't currently have any plans to do the sweaty method for woodcutting. I plan on really just doing AFK method for that. Hey Manatee, I've checked out some of your recommended items to invest into. Oh, for RS3, awesome. So far I've done Dragonstones, Planks, and Urn. Have about 300 million left. What else can you recommend? Anything from those 2 videos, and then also there's going to be a lot more of those videos coming out. You can expect one tomorrow, actually. There will be a video for double XP investing tomorrow, and then very shortly after there'll be more of those videos, but then there'll also be a progress video for both RS3 and Old School. Alright, we're almost there. 497 XP left, so... Oh my god, really? Really? Probably got about 2 laps left, I think. Not that big of a fan of this song. Let's see, I got Tangle Root at 98 farming the other day. I'm so happy. Nice! That's awesome. Old School RuneScape is just RS3 for people who can't PVM. I don't know. That's kind of a rude comment. Never heard of a single cogent argument for why EOC is apparently bad. Just people just don't like it. That's all. That's really all it's about. They're both just different games. I don't think that either one of them is like a thing for because people can't do something. Blade Puppet, thank you so much. Claw Faith, thank you so much for the follow, both you guys. Thank you so much. Also, like, yeah, I mean, Old School has PVM. It's just obviously a lot different. And is focused on very different things. And I just think that it really just kind of matches your style. If you want a whole bunch of abilities and everything to worry about, then RS3 is your thing. If you want to be more simple and chill and relax about combat, then I think Old School is probably your thing. 23 million woodcutting XP without the beaver? Oof. Oof. Man, don't say that too often. I don't want to be worried to go after it. I really hope that doesn't happen to me. Do you go PKing ever? Not currently gone any have not done any PKing on this account yet. And we just hit level 60. There it is. There it is. I know that we like literally just got this after 40 minutes of streaming, but that is something that I was working on for a very long time. So I quit before I got it before. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this lap and get this Market Grace, and then we're gonna go over to Sears Village and start that up there. And no, I haven't really done much PKing on here. None, actually, on here. And well, no, that's not true. I did like a slight bit if you count killing other looters for more loot. But no, I haven't done much PKing. I'm probably not going to do much PKing. It's not really my thing. It used to be my thing a long time ago. I don't know. Currently not interested. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and teleport back to the Grand Exchange, and we're going to switch to Sears Village, because now we've unlocked that. This song kind of sucks, too. Let's see, I thought I was going to go 20 million dry at least. Are you making more money making methods in Discord? Yes, Lex. Actually, so one of the big discussions with some of the community leaders and I is we're going to work together to build up the spreadsheets, because I'm actually going to change how the money making guides are done in our Discord. So they're going to be displayed much differently and be a lot more useful too. It'll be to give you an idea what we're going to have is we're going to have the money making guides are going to have a text thing, a text explanation, the video to go with it, and then they're also going to have a calculator with them, so you can figure out how much it's actually worth, like how much it's actually, look how well it's working at the time. And you can use that calculator to do your own math and everything like that. So it'll be a lot more fleshed out for each money making method than what they are currently. So yeah, there hasn't been any new ones added recently because I'm more focused on kind of redoing that entire thing. Old School is actually Iron Man for RS3 players. That's pretty accurate. Doing Master Quest Cape RS3 and I have the ports left, so annoying, have to just wait for my boats for hours. Yeah, if you didn't start them till way later, it's definitely a long one. I'm luckily done with ports. It definitely took a very long time. How hard is it to level in Old School? Never played it. It depends on what you're doing. Some things are very easy to level in. Ultimately, I would... Okay, so, unpopular opinion. I would actually say it's the same difficulty to level in Old School as it is in RS3. Now, I know that 99% of you are like, what? That doesn't make any sense. But no, think about it, though. In Old School RuneScape, we go for 99s. Like, that's the main concern, is getting 99s. There really isn't much benefit of going past 99 in Old School. And everyone literally just focused on 99. In RS3, the main focus is 120 or 200 million, especially being 120. 200 million is kind of also not as relevant. But if you take the time it takes to get to 99 in Old School RuneScape versus the time it takes to do like 120 on RS3 with the much faster rates and being AFK and everything, it actually is fairly balanced out. Now, if you were to try to get 200 million skills in Old School RuneScape, then yes, I would say it is definitely a heck of a lot longer and more difficult to level up your skills that far, but that's not the main focus of the game. So, for the main focus of the game, it's about the same, actually. Can people on Twitch also see my comments? They can, yep. It's actually on the screen. So that right there on the screen actually shows both of the chats, so everyone can see it. I want the agility squirrel too. I know that would be nice to get. I'm gonna have 99 agility on this at some point in my life. Also, too, check this out, everybody. Check this out. I did get my big swordfish while I was AFK fishing. I just want to flex that real quick. These are like a 1 in 5,000 drop. They're like a 1 in 5,000 drop, and I got so lucky because it got doubled. I actually got 2, and I was like, oh my god. I know, it's something so insignificant and dumb, and half you probably don't even know what the big swordfish is, but I am very excited about the big swordfish. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and teleport to Camelot now. I don't really need to do much else. That is really, I think all I need to do is really just go there, so Lego Camelot. Alright, so this is the first of the Sears Village stuff. I haven't done it. I haven't done it at all. I'm actually really excited. I'm pretty sure it starts over here, though. I saw a bunch of people doing this before. Alright, let's do it. Yep, this is where we start. Okay, so I'm gonna pay attention to this for a minute, and then I'll go back to answering questions. What world am I on? That's a really good question. Let me find out. I'm on world 306. 306. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We've got about 70 people out there. Thank you so much for making these streams, you know, what they are. Thanks for hanging out and chilling and joining. We're making some progress on our account. This is our very first Old School RuneScape level 60 agility course that we're doing right now. The very first one. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to try out Sears on this account since I started the account. It was just kind of like one of those things where it was one of the newer pieces of content for Old School that I hadn't tried before. Is that it? Oh wow. Oh wow, that's the whole thing. Oh wow, yeah, this is much faster XP. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm gonna say wow about 50 more times probably before the end of this, but wow, that is like so much quicker, so much shorter. Also, this is gonna give me a lot of time for doing the high alchemy, and we just fell off the thing. A lot more time for high alchemy though, because I'll be able to run like all this way. That actually kind of sucks, but at least we can high alch. The grind is so much longer for Old School. Yeah, like I said though, it just really depends on what your goals are. To get just 99, it's really not that bad. A lot of the skills are not that much slower than they are on RS3 either. Like look at cooking, for example. Cooking on Old School is like extremely fast. Cooking is extremely fast. Prayer is extremely fast. Herb lore is extremely fast. Combats are decently quick. They're nowhere near as quick as RS3, but they're still decently quick. Alright, so this will give us, oh man, a lot of time for doing high alchemy in between these. Made the transition to Old School RuneScape about a year and a half ago. Both games are amazing. I've personally been a fan of Old School PVM more than RS3. I did every boss possible, including 1000 in Rage Telos. Huh? I can't really comment too much, honestly. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I can't really comment too much. I've definitely watched people do Old School bosses. I haven't done a whole lot of them on my own. Because I just, you know, this is our account, so... I'm going to end up doing a bunch of them, so I'll be able to compare them more after I get to them. I mean, I remember what bossing was like back in the day, but it's not the same as it is now. Old School definitely has lots more changes since the actual Old School RuneScape, the actual 2007. I enjoy RS3 bossing though. It's not something I do a whole lot, but I like how much interaction there is. Do you ever just randomly give money to people in RuneScape? Nope. Don't really see any reason to do that. Man, sounds like Leonhardt. Oh, the Pokemon guy. It's funny because I actually really like Pokemon cards and Pokemon games, and I have an insane amount of trading card games between all the different card games in my house. I'm planning on actually doing like a casual trading card game channel too. I'll be starting that up probably actually pretty soon. Kind of like been prepping to get that ready. Is it smart to invest into things like scythes before a new boss release, thinking about it for God Wars Dungeon 3? They can be good things to invest in, although I think there's a little bit better options. It greatly depends on what people are going to use for the content. Also, there are also other things that seriously are a more solid investment, and it looks like we're going to be falling off quite a bit, so yay. Yay. Like onyxes, for example. People need onyxes to recharge their gear. Other things like that. Like a scythe is very specific, you know? Is there, like, will people use it? Probably. But you can also go into things that are a little bit less specific. Like if it's a range-only boss, no one's going to use a scythe, you know? Wow! Fall down again, my god. We're going to be doing a lot of failing, it looks like. It's different now for sure. It feels comparable to RS3 in terms of intensity if you're going high level stuff, that is. I don't think the intensity is the same from what I've seen. You probably have more experience than I do, but I wouldn't like Raksha. Killing Raksha is like spam fest. Like you're clicking so many damn buttons at the same time that doing it for more than an hour is like break your hand off. Outside of maybe the Inferno Cape, I can't think of much that has that kind of intensity to it in Old School, but like I said, I'm not really the person to know. Going to high-level bosses like Theater Blood, Inferno... Oh, I gotcha, yeah. Yeah, like doing the super high-end, like, endgame content, I could see that. But doing like your average majority of bosses, I wouldn't say that it would be close to the same intensity. I suggest buying some summer pies. Oh, for what? Oh, for boosting up agility? That's probably a good idea. I will definitely do that on my next trip here. Manatee, how do you keep calm when doing those big money flips? Every time there's 80 million plus on an item, I get anxious. Well, here's two things. Here's two things I can tell you that should hopefully calm you down completely about stuff like that. So, number one, items aren't going to crash to zero just because you bought it. Oops, don't want to wield those. Items aren't going to crash to zero just because you bought it. So what I mean by that is, like, if I buy a scythe for 350 million or whatever to flip it, I'm not going to sit there and sweat because, oh my god, scythe's going to drop to 340 because I'm holding it. Like, things don't crash, and if they do, it's very rare. So the chances of what you're holding to drop just incredibly is, like, so slim. And then the other thing about that, the other thing that should probably make you feel a lot better too, is that over the long game, you're going to make more money than you're going to lose on flipping. That's just how it works. Nobody loses more money than they earn on flipping if they're consistent with flipping. So for those two things, for those two reasons, I don't really sweat it too much whenever I'm like buying into something, even if it is high risk. And also too, like, you know, just because something is expensive doesn't mean it's high risk. There's many expensive items in both RS3 and Old School RuneScape to flip that are not, they're not volatile. They're not things that would just crash out of nowhere. I flip on Old School RuneScape. I flip Twisted Bows, Elysian Spirit Shields, pretty much anything high value I flip on Old School. And in the recent crash, when a friend was bringing everybody over to Old School, a friend was a big reason why there was a huge crash. Because he started doing RS3 content, so people started like panicking and selling their stuff and moving over to RS3 and everything else and stuff like that. So the market was really bombing. And when that was happening, things were dropping like incredibly fast. But I was flipping it. I was flipping it and making some crazy good money. If you actually look in our old school RuneScape server, our Discord server, you look in the flipping section, in the gear section, I actually posted an Elysian Spirit Shield flip I was getting. I was getting like 7 million profit old school per flip. It was amazing. They have an 8 buy limit. Now I was using a couple different accounts so you can see how good that was going, but you know, was the price falling? Sure, it was falling, but whatever. You'll always gain more in the long run. So what you gotta keep in mind. And yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of anxiety when you're flipping, you know? There's gonna be a little bit of, oh no, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Because that's part of the fun. Personally, I love flipping when things are skyrocketing or crashing. Because it's just like, oh yeah, you know, this is intense. This is way more intense than usual. Usually it's just like, oh, the GP ATM, you know? I'm literally just sitting here and getting money from flipping. It's just like on autopilot making mills. So it's like when there's high risk involved, it's kind of like, hey, something's actually happening. You did find me. Hey, how's it going? I know you're not using hella keybinds and stuff, but counting game ticks, prayer flicking, doing things particularly perfectly is similar to the intensity of RS3. Yeah. Like timing is a big thing, which actually it's kind of like playing like tempo games, you know, which I really don't like. So I will probably not do old school bosses that are like spam fests of prayer switching and stuff like that. I will personally just completely avoid that content. I don't find that fun at all. It's not my thing. Yeah, like going God Wars Dungeon in old school RuneScape. Old school RuneScape is legit resident sleeper compared to anything in RS3. Yeah, it is very sleeper. I saw like the nearly AFK, well not AFK, but nearly. You just couldn't die. I saw like the Bandos videos where people were just like kiting him back and forth, and you just couldn't die. Yeah, it is. It is like tempo games, and unfortunately, I severely hate tempo games. I mean, like I hate tempo games with a passion. I hate them. So I will personally heavily avoid that. That's another reason why I don't like Raksha on RS3. Actually, I don't enjoy Raksha. When Raksha came out, I tried it and then quit. I was like, nope, I'm good. Sorry. I don't. If I want to play DDR, I'll go play DDR. Oh man, we're gonna have to get some of those summer pies, man. What do you recommend cash stack to flip on old school? It really just depends on what you want to flip and how much you're looking to make. You can start flipping old school RuneScape with very little, just like RS3. Like both games can be started with like very little. Wow, let's fall again. So like you really don't need that much to start off flipping. The thing is though, is the lower amount of gold you have kind of still takes a lot of knowledge to be able to do. Like to be able to figure out how to make a lot of money when you're only using like a mil is pretty tough. So there's that. But yeah, it really depends. Ultimately, for someone to make like a lot of money on old school flipping, you need quite a bit of gold, because the really high price items are the things to flip for good profits. There actually are bots that sit there and flip old school RuneScape low valued items, like God Wars Dungeon and stuff like that. There are actually bots that will sit there and flip that stuff. So you really honestly want to avoid flipping those types of things for the most part, which means that you gotta like go off the beaten path, find some things that are really good, or just do things that are more expensive. Is archaeology in RS3 still profitable? Yeah, it's very profitable. I'll probably make this into a video here coming up soon, but what I'd like to tell people about archaeology is if you want to make money with archaeology, here's a great way to do it. Now keep in mind though, this way of doing it is not going to give you the best XP per hour for sure. It's not going to be the most efficient as far as gaining XP, but it will be really good for getting money. What you want to do is basically just train archaeology, go to the highest place you can and just grind up all of the artifacts and stuff, and literally just don't restore your artifacts, and just put all those materials, just go sell all those materials in the Grand Exchange. It adds up a lot. Like you get a lot of money by doing that. And then what you can do is later on, when you don't need money, then you can go back and restore those artifacts for XP. Because the artifacts don't go away, and there's also no time limit on when you can restore them. So, you know, go excavate 500 mil worth of materials, sell them off, you know, use that as your bank, and then go and restore artifacts whenever you feel like it. It's a great way to make money with archaeology. And also, you, depending on where you're, you know, like, you do get money, you do get XP for doing that, so, like, it will train your skill, just not as fast as, you know, obviously if you're restoring. What would you, let's see, did Tempo Games kill your parents when you were a child? No, they just killed my interest. Does it still make billions in days? Oh, does flipping an old school make billions in days? Ooh, that's a tough one, actually. I'm trying to think of how much I would usually make on a day. Hey, thank you so much for the subscribe. We actually got 4 subscribes on YouTube. Thank you so much. By the way, if you haven't already and you'd like to follow on Twitch, feel free. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. What were we talking about? I completely lost my train of thought there. So how much does it make? That's going to greatly depend on your gold stack. I would say in order for you to make anything close to making billions, like let's say you wanted to make $1 billion old school per week flipping. You're going to need a pretty significant amount of money to do that, because you need to be focused heavily on the expensive large margin items, and you also need to have a pretty good knowledge for doing overnight flipping as well. I would say if your goal is to make billions flipping, you should definitely start on RS3 first, because you can go from 250, the idea is to take anywhere from 250 to 300 million, and you can literally turn that into 2 to 3 billion in your first month of flipping an RS3. And then from there, you can double your bank. So you can literally go from 3 bill to 6 bill in the next month. And then swapping your gold over is just going to be so much faster. Also, that's, you know, like somewhere around 6 bill or whatever is how much it takes to get $1 billion in old school RuneScape. So with that in mind, you know, that's kind of the smart path, is especially even if you plan to flip mostly on old school, getting your starter bank in RS3 is a really good idea. The money is so much faster. So if you play both games, I'd recommend doing that. Okay, there are no stupid questions, you know. Honestly, the questions are great. And wow, we just keep falling. We are gonna have to get some summer pies. I'll eventually like die from doing this, so we'll just have to get some summer pies before I die. Sometimes cleaning herbs are good quick flips. Yeah, they can be. Although, if you're doing the cleaning, it's not really a flip. It's more of a processing method. It's more of a money-making method. Hey, look, can I show you a meme via Instagram if you're allowed to post the link? I'm not able to allow you to post the link right now, so I cannot. But if you want to put it in our dank meme section in the Discord, feel free. Like I said earlier, I've been playing old school RuneScape for about 1.5 years, 2 years now, and I'm not watching any RS3 content. You're the only RS3 content creator I'm still subbed to on YouTube. Hey, awesome, man. Thank you. I'm really glad you enjoy the content. Just want to say I really appreciate your knowledge for the game and hope you keep making content. I definitely plan to make it as long as I can, so thank you so much for the support. Honestly, people like you are the reason why I'm able to be here. I'm trying to get any streamer reactions to it. Okay. And wow, do you have guides on how to flip an RS3? I've never done it before. Yeah, the YouTube channel is full of guides. We also have a lot of guides in our Discord too. We have over 11,000 members in our RS3 Discord. So definitely feel free to check out. You can get questions answered at 24/7 and whatever questions you're looking for. You can also reach out to me and I can answer questions. Although if it's like a general flipping question, I would recommend you ask the people, like ask in the flipping sections, and you'll get a quicker answer. And it's just kind of I get over 100 DMs per day on average, sometimes a lot more than that. So for me to answer the general questions, definitely much better if you ask those in the Discord. It helps me out a lot. But for sure, check out the YouTube content though. There's a lot of content on how to flip an RS3. There is 1 or 2 videos so far on old school RuneScape flipping, and I'm going to be making a lot more. So if you guys are looking for old school flipping prices and stuff like that, we're going to be starting to put a lot more prices into the old school RuneScape Discord too. So feel free to flip in there, share your stuff, help people out. Flipping sounds attractive. Too bad I have no idea how to do that. Well, you don't know how to do anything until you learn. And the reason why I have nearly $1 trillion gold in RS3 is because I flip. Without doing flipping and investing, there's no way I would have anywhere near the gold I have. It's just like, you know, it's a very fun, very nice way to be able to remove, oh, I have to grind these bosses to make a bill or whatever. Like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'd rather just have fun doing content and not worry about having to make all my money from boss drops or whatever. Is it fun to get money from boss drops? 100% fun, but not something I want to have to do. Hey man, good to see you again. Just a question. What do you think of what is that? Okay, thanks. The journey begins. What's happening? Getting back into doing the old school RuneScape content. So, and when I say getting back, it's kind of like a little vague thing because pretty much I've just done some streams so far. I've done a couple videos on the YouTube channel, but we're gonna be really building up the old school RuneScape Discord, really jumping into the old school RuneScape content. We're gonna have both RS3 and Discord, RS3 and old school RuneScape. So, I'll be one of the few that do both. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we get support and not 50 dislikes in every video just because someone's like, I don't like RS3. I think it'll be okay though. I think more people play both games than people realize. You hitting the gym during this pandemic? I am. Although right now I'm mostly focused on losing weight. Just cutting down some weight, honestly. I'm not like overweight or anything, but I just want to like cut down some excess weight. I'm not hardcore like motivated to do like bulking up right now, so I'm just gonna take some time to drop some pounds, shred up, get that six-pack. I mean, like, you can vaguely see it right now, but I want to, like, you know, really shred it up. Going for richest player in both games? Nah. There are a lot of players in RuneScape that have over $1 trillion gold. There's people that have multiple trillions. Would it be possible for me to try to become like the richest public player? You know, like public player meaning like the richest person who talks about how much they have, because honestly guys, I'm just gonna be honest with you. The people who talk about how much gold they have don't have anywhere near the gold the people that don't talk about it. I'm just saying, the truly rich people in the game, they don't talk about how much they have. So like, would it be possible for me to do that? I don't know. I don't know. This is kind of a dumb topic. I don't honestly really care about becoming the richest player. I'm just happy with what I'm at. It's really fun to do. Having a lot of gold in RuneScape allows me to have a bigger influence on content. So, you know, like if I'm like, hey, here's my, you know, flipping content and stuff like that. Obviously, people take it more seriously if they're like, oh my god, he has hundreds of billions of gold. You know, like obviously it's helpful for that, but I seriously don't really care when it comes to like bragging about it or, you know, acting like you're better than somebody else or something like that. That's just like a really toxic thing. Very true. No, I am an old school RuneScape streamer, play RS3 at the same time I'm streaming. But I don't put in my stream because people have dumb perceptions. I know. There's been times where I've put both games in the same time. It didn't work out very well. I am to flip high margins, sell high, buy low, also buy limit. That's a little... What are you saying there? Oh, I have no idea, Mike. Mike, I haven't actually looked into it. I'm gonna have to catch up on all my old school RuneScape content. Hey, how's it going, Alex? Say hello to Australia. How's it going? Also, guys, feel free to check out our Discord down below. In the link down below, I believe we have our old school RuneScape Discord link. If you're interested in the RS3 Discord, you can also check that out in any of the other videos that are RS3 videos. Basically, the old school RuneScape videos and streams have the info for the old school, and then, you know, back and forth. Who is the richest person you know, or how rich, I guess? Ooh, I don't know. I know of people that have over 3,000 Santa hats and 10 party hat sets. And that's just some of the stuff I know they have. I don't honestly have any idea what their total value is or whatever. But you can just guess from that there's definitely they're very rich players out there. You know what? So let me fix that. Let me fix that. I think the reason why it's saying that is because I think my bit.ly links are done. Hang on 1 second here. I think my bit.ly links have like... 1 second. Let's see if I can fix this for you guys. My apologies, because I'm pretty sure that I screwed that up somehow. Give me 1 second here. Okay, I don't know why it wouldn't be working. Try using the link again. I use bit.ly to be able to track like the traffic on the links, because obviously the more data you have, the more helpful. That's all they're for. It literally just tells me, you know, this many people click this link. That's all it tells me. But it's very helpful to know how many people use the links and stuff like that. So I haven't set up for that. So I don't know why it would say. I don't know why it would stop working though. Let me just make sure it is working though. Oh, let's see. Copy. Try that. I just updated it. I just updated the link again. Let me know if that works. I just switched the link around. You know what it could be is that link was a, I think that link actually wasn't a bit.ly link. That link was actually a Discord link. And that invite might have expired or something. Which is very unfortunate if it did. I'll fix that. Sorry about that. I haven't done my old school streams in a little bit, old stream content and streams in a little bit, so. Yep, I'm gonna need to get some summer pies. That is, for sure. Would anybody like to bring me some summer pies? I'll pay you for them. If you want money, I'll give it to you. We'll get there. Why are you playing old school RuneScape when you give advice on RS3? I do both. I actually flip and invest in everything on old school RuneScape like every day. I just have focused all of my content on RS3 with the occasional old school content. It's just been, you know, with how everything's been growing. To be here, I'll just be totally honest with you. The RS3 stuff just grew really fast. Like our Discord grew really fast. Patreon members grew so fast, and it was a thing where I'm like, okay, I need to focus all of my effort on this and not try to split it up. So that's kind of the reason why. Would I like to be doing both? Yeah, definitely. So that's kind of like what I'm working towards. Leatherface says, the rich person I met in person were Polypore, whatever his name was, sold me 2 trillion trade. Yeah, Poly definitely had quite a bit of money. Wise Rich Man has a clan, he has 1.5 trillion. Yeah, but, so I know Wise Rich Man because him and a lot of the other, like, super rich players, they know who I am, and they like literally came out to recruit me. And Wise Rich Man literally followed me around for 4 days. He just kept popping up in my game, literally popping up next to me, and being like, "Hey, did you think about it again?" So what they wanted me to do is they wanted me to become co-owner of the clan. And so before my main account was actually in the clan I own, because like the Manatee Gaming clan is actually owned by my alt. So my main account was in Wise Monopoly. And so I was co-owner in there, and you know they wanted me in there because of my background of knowing the game. I've been making flipping content, talking about flipping and creating flipping strategies and everything since like RuneScape started, since it came out. I've been doing that kind of shits, and they all know that, so they wanted me to come there and be a co-owner. And the problem is though I'm not gonna get too much into it, but I'm just gonna say that there were people in the clan that wanted to use me to promote pumping up certain items, and I'm just not about that. I'm just not really into that. I'm not into the idea of manipulating my viewers. I don't personally have any interest in making gold off manipulating my viewers, and that's what many members of that clan wanted to do. So for that reason, I left the clan. It was definitely very interesting to be in there when I was in there, because, you know, like, there are multiple trillionaires in there. It was pretty fun to be in there and talking with everybody, and also it was just shocking that they all thought that I was like the king of... They all acted like I was the merchant king, which is a strange thing coming from like some of the most famous players in the game for like, you know, what they've done. But yeah, anyway, had to leave. It sucked actually, but I can't really be part of that. It works now? Okay, awesome, awesome. Sorry about that. If any of the other links don't work, just let me know. The other ones should probably work. I'm gonna copy, let me just make sure that the Twitter one works. Yeah, they should all work besides that. We should be good to go. Sorry about that if the links weren't working there. How to join your main Discord? So if you want to join the main Discord, the RS3 Discord, all you gotta do is just, I mean, you can join the old school one and find the link to the RS3 one. It's in there. The other option is just to look at any other video that is RS3 on my channel and just use a link from there. They all have an invite link there. Hey man, love the videos. Any advice how to rebuild on a max account based start on 0 GP? I mean, on a max account, man, honestly, I mean, you can just do it however you want to. If you want to do combat, try doing some buyers or just doing some bossing, get your money back up. If you have like literally nothing, no gear or anything, you know, you can go get yourself some very basic weapons and then use some, just go and farm some monsters. I mean, honestly, there's... What would you like to do to raise your account? Because there's a lot of different paths I could put you down as be like, do this or do that or do this. Like, there's so many different options, honestly. What would you like to do? You want to do PVM? You want to do skilling? What do you want to do? You want to do AFK? You want to do not AFK? Oh, we got a new grace piece coming up here, and we're over halfway to our level, which is nice. That is definitely going much quicker than it was at the other places. And we fall. 10 million per pie, plus I'll be your servant for life, my god. Lost ascensions today, rough day, lol. Nice to see you on old school RuneScape. I hate it due to having to drink run energies. I mean, I don't know. I'm not having to drink anything right now, and my energy's been pretty high up there. But yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about though. When you're running a really long time, you do need to. That's the reason why I'm kind of starting out by doing agility, even though it's not really what I want to start out with doing. I'm just like, I would like to make some progress on this so I don't have to worry about run energy as much. Oh, lost ascensions, man, that sucks. Which is better? It really is up to your personal preference. Yeah, they probably shouldn't have the word monopoly in their name. Yeah, I know most of the richest players because I sat in the party at corner trading for like 3 years. I think whoever is whaling rares is probably the richest player now. Well, the thing is chances are, if you sat in the World 2 trading, the World 2 area, you probably didn't know very many rich players. Just gonna be honest with you. Nearly all of those players that sit there, they don't have that much. Once they get to like 100 bill, a couple hundred bill, then they cash out. So they don't typically hold on to that much gold at once. Like Trevor is one of the people that recently like cashed out like I don't know, quite a bit, like a bunch of stacks of party hats. I know he cashed out because the person he cashed out to came to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to buy some gold?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "You want to sell some gold?" And I was like, "No." And then he ended up just like talking to me a bunch about like, "Oh, so like blah 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 blah," and then he just like he really wanted to talk about himself a lot, so I was just like, "Oh, this is interesting." Eats popcorn. Yeah, I just like cashed out Trevor and you know blah 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 blah. So like the thing is like a lot of those rare flippers they don't really have that much because they cash it all out. If they didn't cash it out, sure, they'd have a lot of money. The stores are the ones that have the money. Are trillionaires any different than non-trillionaires really though? Yeah, it's quite a bit. I mean the way they act and everything, yeah, definitely. You know, people who have like a trillion gold in the game, or even 100 billion in the game, or 50 billion in the game, like they're gonna treat things differently. I don't know. It depends on what you're talking about acting differently. What is a good item to flip an RS3? Dave, you know how to ask the most vague questions, my man. What is a good item to flip an RS3? Well, it's a good thing there's only 5 things to flip an RS3. My man, you're gonna have to be a little more specific. You're pretty low on HP, might want to eat? Nah, I'm good. I'll die on these agility laps. What are your thoughts about the shadow spikes for upgrading boots? Over or undervalued now? I think they're currently overvalued and they'll continue to drop. But I think that they'll be a really awesome flip and investment or whatever when they do actually hit like a price floor. But I think they'll continue dropping right now. Do you like Odablock's content? I have no idea. I don't watch too many people actually. I actually really don't watch too many people's content. One of the big reasons for that is because I don't really like to get too much of an influence from other people's content. So when I make my own content, I like to just kind of like focus on my own thing, not do things that would be copying off somebody else. I've heard the name Odablock. I don't have any idea who that is. What's up, Potato? How's it going, man? Dave is out. All right, catch you later, man. All right, we're making some decent progress here. What's the XP per hour right here? Only about 26,000, but that's also probably because we're falling a lot. When we're not falling so much, I'm sure it'll be a lot better. Hey Manatee, what do you do on high volume flips when you get cut constantly, waited out, or cut harder? It really depends on what the item is. If it's an item that has a lower buy limit, probably just sit there and wait. If it's an item that has a much higher buy limit, I mean, you're probably just gonna have to continue cutting. It's not really cutting, it's updating. If you are being cut, then you will update your price. But what I can tell you is that like updating by a much larger amount, like if you were updating by 1 GP and you keep getting cut by 1 GP, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna update by like 10 GP. That's not really a good idea because you're just gonna be cut again. So if you're gonna get into a war with somebody where you're like going back and forth about their price and stuff, I would highly recommend just to keep doing like 1 or 2 GP, because otherwise, yeah, you're gonna end up making nothing on your flip. Also, what I typically do with my high volume stuff, whenever I do high volume, which I do not do very much high volume, for the reason you're talking about, but usually I will just put an offer in and just leave it. I'll put an offer in, leave it, come back later. I don't usually sit there and watch it. Ever been grounded? What do you mean? I had auto retaliate on doing lavas. Oh, yeah, that is a sad day indeed. Alright, making some solid progress on our agility. I'll be happy to buy a new piece of graceful. Actually, I'm pretty sure we started this off with like 37 of these, I think, right? So now we've actually gained 9 market grace during this stream. That seems like a lot more than what I thought it was. It's actually pretty great. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back for some more gaming. We'll see you in just a second. Okay, okay, I'm back. What's up, guys? Welcome back to stream. Hopefully you're all still alive out there. This song is, sad sentimental is what it says. Let's skip that one. Okay, okay, let's go. Ooh, this song is already very annoying. Hard skip. Alright, let's try to make some progress here. Just try to get our magic level up a bit as we do this. How much do we have to the magic level? So, magic's current level 67. I would really like to get that to 70. But we are currently at 19.4k. We need 299 more alks to get there, though. I was about to say, let's listen to the shins like I did that double XP. Realize we can't now. I know. Well, we can when we're doing a Twitch only stream. So you got to help me to promote people following on Twitch. I finally unboxed my iPad. I actually recently just bought an iPad again. Because I sold my old one, and so I got a new iPad, and just got my new case and stuff like that. So the case is actually pretty great. The case it's able to like really prop it up nice. So it's anyway, it's easy to use is what I'm trying to say. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that case and be able to play some old school mobile again. So I'm trying to think of what I want to do for while I'm on mobile. I like the idea of doing barbarian fishing, actually. That's where a vast majority of my XP came from in fishing, was barbarian fishing. So I think I might do that. I'm also really tempted on the idea to go back to woodcutting again, but because woodcutting is a level 94, it's super tempted to do that. And that also earns money. It's tough though. I don't know, because I want to be able to get like the crystal hatchet and be able to do a lot of wood cutting that way. I don't know, we'll see. Also guys, how's it going? If you are new to the stream, if you guys would like, you can check out our Discord down below, the Old School Runescape Discord. Help us build that community up. We have over 11,000 members in the RS3 one, so we're going to be working on building that one up. If you are into flipping and stuff like that, and you like do flipping in Old School Runescape, it's going to be heavily focused on flipping, but then I'm planning on building out all kinds of other guides and stuff too. Actually, so once I've got Nightmare Zone unlocked and everything on here, or when we're doing other AFKs, you know, it doesn't really have to be Nightmare Zone, but when we're doing a lot of AFK stuff, I'll actually probably be working on content for building that up. Kind of like doing that while I'm on stream. That'd be kind of fun. Why'd you sell an iPad to buy an iPad? Because the other one was a 2018 iPad, and the new one's a 2020 iPad. Oh, I gotcha. Sounds good. On the hosting. What's the next goal? So honestly, my big goal is just to be able to get as much agility done as I can, to be able to do quests and stuff like that much more efficiently, and work on getting the full graceful. And then I just want to like plow through pretty much all the quests in the game. Like that's like a really big goal for me, is just to be able to do like a lot of quests. I don't want to be locked behind anything on here. So when I have time to play actively, that's what I'll be doing. And priority unlocking Nightmare Zones, so that way that I'm able to AFK that. That'll give me something very solid to AFK. You got 4 Rune Dragon ults to max combat at Nightmare Zone? Nice. You haven't done many quests with bosses, so it's a good time for Nightmare Zone. Cheaper. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look and see what the best path is for that. Like, what's the best way to do it? Something else too is I want to knock out my 99 in fletching too, just because that's a really fast skill. So I think that'd be a really good 99 to work on early on. Is fletching. Woodcutting is not that far off to get 99 too. Runelight quest plugin is amazing. Oh, awesome! I will keep that in mind. I will definitely use that. This man's a flipper through and through. Yes, it is true. I also just much prefer in like AFK skilling. Honestly, I just really like doing that steady progress of AFK skilling. Even while I'm doing this, I'm thinking in my head, man, it sounds good to go get some woodcutting XP. Also, since like on RS3, I'm mostly going for 200 million skills. I'm just kind of in the habit of sitting there and watching the XP rise. You know, just working on this number right here, and that's all I'm working on. You know. Now that I think of it, you and that dude who does old school RuneScape money-making economy videos are very much alike. Flipping old school? Oh, yeah, yeah. Our content will end up probably being fairly similar. I like to do a little bit more of a deep dive into subjects, though. He kind of like, he talks about things, doesn't really go super deep on them. Just kind of like gives like an overview of things. So I think that'll be like kind of like a difference there. Because I typically will like dive a little bit deeper into something. This song is really annoying, actually. This song kind of sucks, too. Man, finding good songs in here is a little tough. You're more personable, in my opinion. Well, I'm happy to hear that. It's a struggle, let me tell you. Being stuck in the house all day and trying to be personable is like, whew. It's like we all forget how to talk to people from being in the house all the time. But when it comes to like content for streaming, though, we have a lot of content to do for streaming. Working on agility is definitely one of them, but also doing whatchamacallit, fire making, like killing the winter toad is definitely be something I'll be working on a lot during streams. Working on getting that 99. Smithing will end up being something too for the blast forge. If that's still the best thing. Is that still the best thing? Oh, there we go. Market Grace. What's up, girl? There we go. 48 marks. We can probably buy the next thing. Well, I gotta go. Let me know when you're in Portland. We can grab a beer. Yeah, hopefully sometime soon, right? Is this old school RS? It is. Yep. Yep. I play both games. Mostly I just do like the economy stuff in old school, but I really want to build up an account actually on old school, so we're working on it. That way I can like make guides and everything for old school too. I definitely enjoy both games. I think both games are really great, so I like to be able to do content for both. Go, 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 go. Alright, we're almost there. 36, 73 XP left for our agility. Hardly any. It's not that bad of a song. I'm gonna add this to our playlist. I'll lend you one of my alts if you need to do any content videos or something you can't get. Oh, I can't. You can't do any account sharing. RIP if I break some rules and get banned. I have alts though. I've got alts for old school. They don't have like anything on them, but I should be good for now. I hopefully don't end up needing to make an alt. And honestly though, what I will do though is if there's something where I really need a partner or another player or something like that, I'll just ask somebody to hop on and help. There's usually no shortage of people that want to help make content. Oops, I just accidentally equipped those again. I keep doing that. Oh my god. Just keep falling. We need those summer pies. How's it going out there, everybody out there? So who here... What is the main game that you guys play? So, for you guys, I know that there's people here from old school, people here that are from RS3. Which game do you mainly play? It'd be like a kind of like a good poll for me to take to figure out what you guys play. I want to see how many old school people I actually got on our stream today. Oh, I know. It's a very gray area. I memean, recently Protox borrowed someone's account and made an entire video about him using a shared account. I was like, wow, Protox, you're gonna borrow someone's account, use a shared account, break terms of service, and make a video about it. That's risky. But yeah, you're right though. It's such a gray area. They really should be clear about it. And I'm not really sure why they haven't. It'd be a good thing for them to clear up. That's for sure. Hey, favorite YouTuber. Alright, go. Play RS3, watch me play old school? I got you. So mostly RS3? Gotcha. Most of our streams are going to be RS3 content too. And honestly, on a lot of days, I'll end up doing like just half and half. Or something like that. Whatever sounds good. Alright. Almost to that agility level. I'm a Roblox main, he says. Yeah, because a lot of big streamers do it. Some do in the forums, call out JMod about that, and somebody didn't reply. I know, like... It doesn't seem that difficult to just update your rules. I'm sure... they're probably getting to it, maybe. I don't know. There's so much going on all at once that we can't give them a hard time for not doing something. Always. You know what, I think I also just made the decision. So the AFK I think that I'll be doing will be the fishing, because doing the fishing will make it so that I can get strength and agility XP. So that's definitely, yeah, definitely. I want to be able to work on getting some agility the AFK way too. How old is this old school RuneScape account? This account's pretty old actually, but there's not a whole lot of work been done on it. I've like 99% of the playtime on this account is literally just me flipping on this account. If you look at these are the stats right here, so it is like a very fresh account in terms of being played on. If you watch my content or streams or anything, then you've seen pretty much all the time I've actually played in this account. Besides those streams or whatever, it's been just like AFK fishing or AFK woodcutting on mobile. And that's it really. So we're gonna be building this bad boy up. I just got back in RS3 watching a friend stream a month ago, made goals to max out, so I'm on this if I'm not working. I have 11 more 99s, but all skills over 80. Nice, Westy. Yeah, I don't personally like a friend. I think he's a horrible person, so I will never be doing any kind of collab work with him or anything like that, but I got 60 agility on my Iron Man from doing that. Nice. What did Protox do? I mean, he made a video about him playing an old school RuneScape, and he used a shared account. If you watch the video, he blacked out the name, and also, I mean, we know that he blacked out the name, and then also throughout the entire video, he had no idea what he was doing. The account had like everything unlocked, tons of gear, like it was like a maxed account and everything, like a very end game account. And yet he had literally no idea what he was doing at all on any of it. So it was very clear that he had never actually done old school RuneScape, and he kind of said that, and then had the name blacked out. So he knew what he was doing. He knew he was breaking rules and using a shared account. I don't really know why he would risk doing that. So, I mean, whatever. I mean, if he wants to do that, he can do it. I mean, I'm not really saying anything like bad against him or whatever, but I'm just saying that's not a risk I would take. I want a new old school RuneScape league already. I got real bored of doing it after, like, I don't know. Okay, I shouldn't say bored, but I felt like it was real pointless after about a couple days. Like, I did it for about a couple days, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of pointless. I would just, since I don't have a maxed out main on old school, I would rather just put that time into maxing out, you know, just put that time into old school progress myself. Maybe if I was already an endgame player in old school RuneScape, then I would be more into doing leagues, but currently I just need to make my own account progress, so it's all still new for me, you know. Part of the fun of leagues is you're like starting up a new account and making all this progress in the beginning or whatever, and it's like, I'm already doing that. I'm about to max in old school RuneScape. I'll be maxed on both games soon. Nice, nice. 5.6 bill in RS3, or like just the soft max for RS3. I just hit my 120 rune crafting on RS3. I'm gonna start working on prayer and divination next, I think. Both of those need about 16 million each to be able to get those two to 120. Just soft max. I'm not big on post max XP like PVM and trading on RS3. I gotcha. You're gonna work on the 120s that have content. And yeah, my end game goal for old school will be to get the max cape, quest cape, max cape, quest cape, and yeah, that's really about it. Actually, that is basically my end game goal for old school. I think that any XP that I get past 99 will just be in whatever I want to do. I'm not gonna make it a goal to get 200 million all or anything like that. If like 10 years from now I end up doing that, then cool. But it's not gonna be something I'm gonna like. I'm not gonna work on it like I do in RS3. Because that would take like literally 10 times longer and everything else too, so. I've been playing for almost 10 years, I'm still not maxed in RS3. I feel so small seeing everyone around me being maxed. The funny thing is, so, okay. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. And I don't want anyone to take offense to it, okay? So I do not mean this offensively. Here's your warning, because this could come out as like offensive or toxic player or elitist or something, but it's really not. So as someone who has like pretty much all of my skills have more than 100 million experience in them, and I'm getting close to 5.6 bill and stuff like that. When I see someone who just has a max cape, they look like a complete noob to me. I'm like, oh man, look at that! They just started playing the game. For someone who has a max cape. It's just a very big contrast, and honestly what that means is just like, you know, play the game at your own pace is what that really means. So for you, when you're like, I've been playing for 10 years, I'm still not maxed, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad sitting next to somebody with a max cape. Like, it's just, honestly, it's just like whatever you work on. If you weren't working on maxing, then that's why it wasn't done. That's all. That's really it. Starting out was so slow, but I love trying out the new bosses quicker. Yeah, for sure. Honestly, yeah. I would have liked to do that part, but the thing is, though, as soon as I got drops on the league, I'd be like, oh man, that was a twisted bow I could have really had. Actually, wait, I'm not max anymore. I'm trying to get 90 in archaeology now. That one that'll be a grind. I came back yesterday to do it, and I'm not sure how it works yet entirely. Yeah, I just made a hardcore Iron Man to get ranks for XP. Oh, I gotcha. The thing is, though, when it comes to ranking for XP, unless you're planning on competing for top 10 or top page, I wouldn't bother. Unless it's just something that you just personally want to do, nobody will really care. It's just going to be all about you. So don't sweat it. Don't stress it. Just work on your own personal goals or whatever. Diary cape? No, actually, this account is very new, so I'm really just training agility. That's all I'm really doing is just training agility and trying to work on getting the full grace. I figured that was a good way to start off on old school RuneScape, is to work on some agility and grace. That way, doing the quests and everything is not so bad. I also really hate the idea of running out of run, so I'll do this in the beginning, that way, you know, the other things are less of a pain. Plus, also, on a mobile, agility is actually not bad at all. I actually enjoy doing agility on mobile. It's actually, I don't know, to me it's actually very enjoyable on mobile. Just sit there and chill and click. It's not bad. You have a nice positive outlook on things. I try to. And that's the reason why when I'm like, don't take offense to this or whatever, I literally mean that. Like, if I say something that just sounds, if I say something that sounds elitist, or I say something that sounds not positive, I promise you that I did not mean it that way. I play RuneScape because I enjoy it and because I enjoy the community, and it's just fun to see everybody's progress in the game. When other people are further than me, I'm like, damn, that's nice, dude. That's sweet. I don't understand the whole like hyper competitiveness of it. I mean, let's be real about one thing, okay? Except for about 0.011% of the content in both games, it is literally just how long can you sit in a chair. That's all it is. It's how long can you sit in a chair. So for me to be competitive about how long I can sit in a chair versus you, that seems like a really dumb thing to be competitive about. I'm just going to be honest. For people that are really elitist about RuneScape, I'm just like, are you sure you know where you are right now? This isn't Fortnite, bud. But okay. Have you seen Excellentris? I don't even know how to say that. Excellent RS. I'm a big altscaper. That dude's playing 35 Spiritual Warrior. Oh no, I haven't seen that, but I've heard that there was someone doing that. That's not even shocking to be honest with you. I'm sure that I know. I knew a guy that would run. It's been a while now, so I don't remember the exact number, but he was either doing 12 or 20. And I know those are very different numbers, but I don't remember which one it was. He was either doing 12 or 20 chaos alts back when this song is so obnoxious, man. What's going on with these like super annoying songs? God, help me. He was doing either 12 or 20 accounts at once on chaos alts, and he was just grinding all the dragon pickaxes and then just stacking them up. The dude was making like $1 billion per week in dragon pickaxes. I'm just like, that's so much effort, man. That's so much effort. You could literally just flip for a day, make a bill, and then not play for the rest of the week. That sounds more fun to me. I don't know, like managing. So for your example, managing 35 accounts. I'm gonna have to hardcore pass on 120 million an hour to be managing that. That's like a full-time job. That sounds like a lot of work. Also, by the way, everybody, thank you for joining the stream. If you would like to follow on Twitch, that really does help to make it so I can work towards partnership and everything. You guys can feel free to hit that sub button on Twitch if you'd like to, too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Buy me a coffee here and there. I'm just joking. But if you do, if you are, you will get a purple title in our Discord, too. I see that stream pop up. Yeah, I haven't watched it myself, but I know who you're talking about though, because I've heard people talk about it. I feel like RS3 isn't. I feel like RuneScape isn't about skill per se. It's more about the time you have to dump into it. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah. There are some skill-based things, but I'd say yeah, a vast majority of RuneScape is literally just like how long can you sit there, or how long have you spent doing this, or you know. At the same time, though, I think that RuneScape is a really great game to learn real-life skills. Because, like, for flipping, investing, economy-based kind of stuff, there are a lot of economy-based things in RuneScape that have, like, literally helped me in the real world. This guy gets a joy out of upgrading all those accounts and min-maxing the efficiency. Yeah, I mean, hey, if that's what makes him happy, then awesome. Personally, I wouldn't, man. That's a lot of work. Why does your Discord cost so much? There's a lot of different, if you're looking at the Patreon page, there's a lot of different tiers. So if you're like, oh, why is it so expensive? Just check out a cheaper one. But there's constant content 24/7 for each one of those tiers. Each one of those tiers has a brand new list of items to flip with, and a brand new chat for each one of those tiers. So like each one gives you a whole new thing to do. And on average, it really depends on which tier you're using. But if you're using like the Flipmaster tier and above, the average amount of gold that people earn by using those is anywhere from 1 to 3 billion gold per month. We have people that earn more than that. We also have people that earn less than that too, and especially in like the high volume one, the lowest one. You know, Earning $1 billion a month is going to be kind of tough with that one. I'll just be honest with you. That one's more like the beginner one. But people still earn of like a few hundred million, like 1, 2, 3, 500 million. Like, but you can see what people earn by looking in our review section in the Discord. If you have any questions about, like, oh, what can I expect to get from the Patreon stuff, you can just check it out in there, or you can ask people too. It's like amazingly positive reviews and stuff like that. So. Getting 35 alts leveled and geared seems like a job, but I'm sure some people enjoy those things. I'm sure it's like a job for like a week. And then after that, it's probably like, it's not too bad because the accounts are already built. I don't know. I still just, I don't think I'd personally do that. Me just trying to work on my casual accounts that I'm trying to get some progress on is already like a lot. But, maybe that guy doesn't have like a whole lot of other projects going on on his life. Like, I have like several projects that are not RuneScape stuff, so for me to try to do that is completely unrealistic. But maybe he doesn't. Maybe he works from home and he can literally, like, he wakes up in the morning, makes a pot of coffee, and then just starts and does that while he works or something. Or maybe maybe he has like $10 million in his bank in real life and doesn't need to work, and that's what he wants to do for fun. Like, whatever. Everyone's situations are different. What cash stack do I need to start the lowest one? You can start the high volume or the flip mastery can be started with pretty much any cash stack. It doesn't really matter what you start with for those two. I would recommend having like 10 million or more would be more useful. But it really doesn't matter. Some people enjoy their job, yeah. Are 3-letter space names rare? To have 3 letters in your name is rare, yes. I'm gonna be, like, my opinion on the whole rare name thing, though, is, like, I personally think that names that, like, are actual names or actual words are far cooler than a 3-letter thing. Here's what I think when I see 3-letter names. When I see 3-letter names that don't make any sense, like, my name is AJK. I'm just like, great, your name makes no sense, and you probably paid $1 billion gold for that name. Like, it just kind of looks pointless to me. It's just not my thing. But if I see someone whose name is like Wookie, or their name is, I don't know, Potato, or their name is, I don't know, something like that sounds tough to have, that's a real word, that's a real thing. Like, my name is Mandalorian. I think those are way cooler. Oh, I see what you mean. So having a space in between each one. I don't think those are that rare, no. Because that's technically a 6-letter name. Well, no, it's technically a 5. That's technically a 5-letter name. It's F space R space Y. So those aren't as rare as like if you were literally just Fry. The Patreon isn't working on there? Okay, so let me explain. Here, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. 1 second. So, this thing that I posted here. Oh, that Patreon thing should be working. Let me check it. I'm checking it. One sec. Just make sure this. So, a lot of these things didn't work because, oh, okay, it works. I just checked it and it worked. Maybe you just copy and paste it. If it doesn't work, it should work. Some of those links, this like pile of links that I used for this stream are just like from our previous old school RuneScape videos. So hey, it looks like some of them may have died. It should work though. I just tried it. Hey, just letting you know. Oh, I see. So Eloy says, hit my first billion through Patreon, and that was not doing it religiously. Started with the flipping mastery tier and then moved up to the BFC. Hey, yeah, there you go. There's a review from someone who's literally in here. Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's awesome. That's really good progress, dude. I have the same name as here. I gotcha. Yeah, I think your name is pretty unique. Yeah, I mean, if you're asking because you want to get into being able to like buy and sell rare names or something, I will let you know that market is like that market is very much held by people who buy and sell gold. So it's a very cutthroat market, and also if you're interested in buying and selling names, I don't know, just me personally, it sounds like the biggest pain because it's so easy. It's so easy to screw up buying or selling a name and then be ripped off of all your money. So I don't know. Personally, if you were going to get into something like that, I would recommend just getting into flipping rares or something. It's something else that's going to be kind of stressful to do. Potential to make good money, and we just failed right in front of that Mark of Grace. But it's also, there's just a lot less chance of you being ripped off for your stuff, because buying and selling rare names, yeah, there's a lot of room there to get screwed over. How's it going in the stream, everybody? Welcome. Feel free to hit that subscribe and turn on that notification button on the YouTube if you have not. And if you want to join our newer old school RuneScape Discord, feel free. But glad to have you guys. What are you guys working on right now? Oh, just wondering. I got you, man. Yeah, it's a very interesting market when it comes to rare names. But yeah, in general, having like a very popular word for your name, or having a 3-letter name, or a 2-letter name, or a 1-letter name are going to be like the high value stuff, or like the rare stuff. Like getting my name, not this one, Fat Munchlax, not that rare. You know, no one was really going to use it. It's also kind of like a redundant name. But my main account's name for RS3 is Manatee, and that was a tough one to get. Someone actually gave me my name for Manatee. I didn't buy it or anything. Someone just gave it to me. They just reached out and they're like, "Hey, I saw that you're Manatee Gaming. Would you like the name Manatee? I have it." And I was like, "Yeah." Why are you playing old school RuneScape? Because it's fun. I play both games. You guys just don't see me playing old school, and I also don't make too much like actual account progress in old school. I mostly just do flipping on old school and like doing economy stuff. So I want to get into doing streams and content for both games, and rather than just one. Doing just one game for content, I'll tell you, man, it burns you out. It really does. So in order to help with some of that burnout, I just want to do both. Getting 99 archaeology and finally maxing. Nice, dude. Nice. I've been working on a lot of my archaeology on my main too. I think it is literally, yeah, no, it is literally my lowest skill. I'm trying to like finish off some other goals before I go hardcore into archaeology though. Right now on RS3, I'm actually working on doing a road to 1 billion loot tab, which is going to be almost entirely from working on boss logs. So, boss logs, Slayer drops, stuff like that. I had an account with the name Predator, but I don't remember what happened to it. Oh, that'd be Predator. You can trade old school RuneScape RS3. It's worth more. Like swapping between the games, yeah. I actually do swapping, so. Wow, this song starts off really bad. Yeah, I'm passing that one. Let me look on a. Let's look on a list here. Genre. Yeah, sure. Switched it around. A little more upbeat stuff. It was an alright mix, but cleaning herbs I got from Miscellanea. Nice, nice. I went like an extremely long time without checking Miscellanea, but I didn't know that it like caps off at a certain time, so. Kind of a bummer. I was expecting to see like a few years worth of Miscellaneous stuff, and I didn't get to see it. I can't remember how long it was. It was like literally years. Slowly getting towards the Queen Black Dragon pet. Nice, nice. Actually, right now my Slayer task on RS3 is cow fights. So I'm gonna be working on doing a little bit of cow fight queen. Working on seeing if I can get some unique drops from her. Pretty sure she only has the pet. And then the Dragon Chain Body and the Dragon 2H. I think that's the only thing she actually has for the entire list. So, actually kind of sucks because that means that it's just I'm gonna go for so long probably without getting a unique drop. But work on that pet. It's mostly the pet with her because you can get the Chain Body and the 2H from other things. So, yeah, if you guys didn't know that too, if you get a drop. It counts for all the logs. So that's the reason why a lot of people to do the chaos elemental, they won't actually kill chaos elemental. they'll kill Chaos Elemental to get the Chaos Elemental pet, and then after they're done with the pet, then they will just do their Revenants for the rest of the drops. But yeah, as soon as I get a Black Dragon task though, or just a Dragon's task, then I'm definitely gonna work on some Queen Black Dragon myself. I want those high-level Archaeology relics. Yeah, the grind is slow. The grind is slow. I'm at like 102, I think, Archaeology. I really have not put that much time into it. Also, I probably seriously have like a few mil worth of... actually, I know that I have a few mil worth of relics in my bank I just haven't done. And they're probably not going to get done anytime soon, actually. Alright guys, we're making some good account progress. Let's see, we got a little under 20k until our next agility level. We actually started the stream at 59 agility. We unlocked Sears, and we've already got our first level at Sears. And next time we're definitely going to bring some summer pies. I care a bit more if it was actually Predator. Yeah, no, I feel you. That would be a pretty awesome name to have. Even if it was on an ult, it'd just be a really cool name to have. What would I recommend skilling for double XP? It would depend on what your goals are. Priority would be summoning. That would be like the first thing I would recommend. It would be summoning for double XP, because for summoning you are gaining more than 2 times your time, if that makes sense. Besides that, just going after your Bibles. Doing Bibles while you have Silverhawks on. It depends on your budget and what your goals are. If you know a specific skill, I can definitely give recommendations for that. It's funny as the Rise of the Sixth title is just Bible with 0 kill count. Is it? Is it because of the bobbleheads? Is that what makes up that title? I keep buying, yeah, like, I was thinking the shields are part of that, but I was like, I don't know, I could be wrong. I keep buying computers and servers off of eBay. I need help. Why are you buying computers and servers off eBay? What are you doing with them? I thought about like starting like a tech channel to doing that. Then I was like, nah. I like trading card games a lot, and I have like a massive amount of trading card games. So in order for me to like make the space to also do like computer building or something would just be like, that would be a lot of space. I would need to have a very large house. Oh, never mind, Shield. Fury would be the coolest name. Fury would be a pretty sweet name, yeah. I actually really enjoy like the random food names. I think that like the random food names are pretty awesome. Like if your name was Lemon or Lime or something. I keep on clicking these. So one of the annoying things though about high alchemy onyx bolts is you'll just, when you misclick, it's going to equip them. It just really sucks actually. I'm going to move the adamant plate bodies over here and do those. I have a smaller stack of those, so it'd be nice to get rid of them. And welcome to the stream, everybody. If I haven't said hello, how you guys doing today? We're doing some old school RuneScape streaming. If you haven't followed on Twitch, feel free to follow on Twitch. That way you help the Twitch account progress. And then also when we do Twitch streams, then you can join in for that. Fury, I think you need more R in there to make it cool. Oh my god. Why not Iron Man? Because a vast majority of my time is spent on flipping for old school RuneScape, so due to that, I'm not really able to be an Iron Man. That's like the main reason, honestly. It's focused on the economy content, so besides that, I mean, I like the idea of doing Iron Man. It would be fun. If I get the time to be able to do also an Iron Man account, that'd be pretty awesome. I don't think I'm going to have that time anytime soon, though, unfortunately. But what are you doing with the computer parts, though? Iron Man flipping when? Soon. Very soon. Is summoning a buyable skill? Yep, it is. You just have to have the charms. And if you want charms, go do Dagonoths. You can go to Waterbirth Island, take a cannon and a scythe, and you can just sit there and AFK Dagonoths. You use that with a charming potion, you'll gain over 1,000 charms per hour, which is pretty sweet. When I was doing the recent event for summoning and for rune crafting, it was shocking how many people were like, "Oh my god, let's do summoning, let's do summoning." I'm just like, why would you want to do summoning here? And so I'm actually very surprised at how many people don't know about Dagonoths, or they don't know how fast summoning is on double XP. So I can see that a very needed piece of content is to make the guide for getting charms then doing double XP summoning. So I'm definitely going to be making that guide. Wow, let's just fall a lot. That's what I wanted to do. I came here to fall. I'm gonna practice running VMware. I don't actually have any idea what that is. I'm gonna just have a bunch of servers like Flex, Minecraft servers, Simulation for Computer Science. Oh, I gotcha. We have 184 alchs to go until we are level 68 in Magic. I think the Kraken is a pretty easy beginner boss, isn't it, for doing mage? I haven't really looked into what I need to do for that, but I thought that is like one of like the beginner bosses for like mage is Kraken. Am I right about that? Hey, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch there, Adrian. What about Hunter? Is that worth skilling? I just unlocked Big Game Hunter. Big Game Hunter is not gonna be a good route for XP unless you're really good for it. We're like really good at it. But what I would recommend is if you're gonna do Hunter on double XP, to use Protean traps. So save up all the traps you have, or convert your other Proteans into traps, and then do Carrion Jadinkos, and that's the fastest XP you can get for double XP. If you don't have traps, you can also just use regular traps too. If I remember correctly, so I've pretty much only done Protean traps, actually. I've pretty much only done Protean traps, yeah, since Anachronia came out. To catch Jadinkos, do you use Maramasaws? No, you don't. You don't use Maramasaws, right? You use the regular box traps for those on Anachronia. If so, then if you don't have Protean traps, then investing in some electrified traps would probably be a good option too, because those have a higher catch rate. They're not too difficult to get. After getting double surge, BGH is pretty chill. Yeah, once you have all the unlocks for Big Game Hunter, you got like all the unlocks and everything else for it, like double surge, bladed dive, everything to make it quicker. Then yeah, it is definitely a much more enjoyable thing. I did Big Game Hunter when it first came out, so I had like none of the unlocks. I mean, like I had like bladed dive and shit, like, but I didn't have like any of the boosts from the like reducing the number of frogs or anything like that. Like none of the Anachronia Island boost is what I'm trying to say. And even then though, it was still pretty fun and fun to do. But I would highly recommend doing the boost for it. Something else too is if you go and do Black Warlocks or whatever your hunter level lets you do, and you do the AFK barehanded butterfly catching, you can get a lot of hunter marks that way. And that is a really great way to build up your hunter marks to spend on getting more boosts for making Big Game Hunter faster. So that's something else I would recommend too, is just like AFK hunter marks to get more supplies to make the actual Big Game Hunter faster. I should have enough traps because the game gave me 15,000 oddments. Yeah, I don't know if you want to buy... Wait. What does that even convert into? Like, how many oddments is it per trap? I'm not even sure if that's a good conversion though. Anachronia and Jadinkos, you can do that. Okay, yeah. Then yeah, use the electrified traps. if you have the option to get those, because it'll make it a lot faster. Kraken is easy. Oh, you need Slayer for Kraken? Okay. Slayer's currently 42. Probably not going to do much Slayer until I have, like, some 70s in combats. That's kind of like what I'm waiting for, because, like, I'm pretty sure my current task is Blue Dragons, and it sucks. So I just kind of want to, like, wait till I get a little bit better stuff so I can have some slightly better gear. That way Slayer is not a pain. So yeah, it looks like I'll be waiting a little bit on the Kraken. Not too long, though. It won't take us too long to get there. Are the Jadinkos 1 mil an hour with Protean traps? They should be a lot more than that. Especially on double XP, you'll be getting a lot more than that. Also, if I do a lot more AFK fishing before I do some more combat too, that'll help out, because getting that strength XP. Big priority though, honestly, big priority right now is I just really want to get my agility up. I want to get graceful unlocked, and I want to get quest requirement stuff done, so whatever skills I need for quests, that's like the big priority. That way we can knock out quests and just have like kind of a clear path to be able to do whatever content and XP and everything we want to do. Because ultimately, building up this account to be able to make content with it is kind of the goal, you know? Because I'm a YouTuber, so I need to be able to like make content. If I get lots of experience running ESXi, I can make 150k plus a year easily, doing an easy job of managing servers, basically get paid to do nothing. That'd be pretty sweet. Get yourself an extra 150k. I mean, honestly, if you get something like that going in the background, then you can like, you know, you can like freely, without much risk, put your time into building up a business. It'd be pretty sweet. Like, a lot of people try to start businesses with, like, you know, their main income source not really being that strong. And so then they start, like, a restaurant or something that involves risk, and then they're, like, sweating it because they're like, oh, this needs to make money. I like the idea of being able to have, like, a solid income that will be able to make it so that, you know, you wouldn't have to worry so much about a project succeeding right away. So, I'll tell you what, if I had 150,000 coming in the background, that's what I would do. I would let that sit in the background like it's supposed to, and then go and put my effort into building a business. Put the excess money into real estate. Really depends on what your goals are. By the way you said that, by the way you typed that out, it sounds like 150k a year sounds like a dream to you. Like that sounds like that is the goal for you. So may not be of an interest to keep building more things, but. Archaeology seems worth skilling during double XP. Could be expensive though. What do you think? I don't know. I personally wouldn't do too much archaeology during double XP just because it's a very easy to skill to AFK because it's extremely AFK outside of double XP. So unless you really hardcore want to grind it to unlock some of the relics and stuff, I would say just do that outside of double XP. Some of the really popular ones for people to do would be like summoning, smithing is really good to do on double XP, herb lore, agility with your silverhawks, crafting, fletching. Fletching is really cheap though. You don't have to do fletching on double XP. At least I maybe wouldn't prioritize it because it is a very cheap skill. If I had enough money to live off of, I would invest the rest into get some form of passive income, probably renovate houses and rent them out. That's not passive, but I know what you mean. The, like, passive income doesn't really exist in very many forms. Most of the things that people say is passive income is not actually passive. And a lot of the things that people say is passive shouldn't be passive. But renting things is definitely far from passive. Out of farming, dungeoneering, archaeology, if I need to get all to 120, which would you do on double XP? Definitely not dungeoneering or farming. I don't know. I mean, okay. I wouldn't recommend doing any of those in double XP. I just want to start out with that. But if that's your goal and that's solely purely your goal to do that, then I would probably say to do farming and spend beans to do the insta-grow things to be able to like spam your XP. Although that's incredibly inefficient to do if you're planning to get 120 all or 200 million all. If you're planning to do 120 all or 200 million all at some point in your life, I would highly recommend not doing any of those three. But it's really up to you. If you want to rush them, I'd probably start with farming, then probably do archaeology, and then dungeoneering I would definitely not do on double XP. It's a really bad idea. Just because dungeoneering is something you can do much more efficiently in other ways. Yeah, kind of like Potato said there. The bulk of the XP comes from relics. You're not capitalizing much on the double XP. GameCubing, how's it going, man? How's it going to you too? I'm doing well. Just doing an old school stream here. Having fun, honestly. It's been a really chill night. We've had around 50 or 60 people on stream the entire time, which has been pretty nice. Our RS3 streams are usually something around 110, 120. So about half, which is, I'd say, really good since I'm predominantly doing RS3 content. I'm very happy with the amount of people we've had on here, so thanks everybody for making this a fun stream. Still a lot of work, so best of passive is a bad term for it, yeah. I mean, there is such things as passive income, but, you know, that is mostly like royalties. Royalties are something that are truly passive. Holding like ownership, like partial ownership in a business where you take a portion of the profits without any kind of interaction with the business is passive. Like passive literally means passive. But the big thing to think about when it comes to like passive incomes or like side hustles and stuff like that is that a lot of them could be so much more. They could be so much better if you're not passive about them. But yeah, anyway, it's pretty vague though because it really depends on the situation and stuff. And yeah, obviously you understand what I'm saying. Have a good night, Potato. Do you think RS should add some new skills in the game? Yeah, I always think they should. I think that right now, I think right now they should work on revamping things they need to revamp. Like for RS3, I really think they need to work on like bringing some life into the mini games, updating a lot of things they need to update before they dive into new skill stuff again. 50 mil dungeon with 80 million bonus XP. Oh god, Jenny, don't say that to me. Jenny, don't say 80 million bonus XP. That hurts so much. Woo! Ooh boy, that's pain. The reason why I say that is because aside from combats and farming and summoning, I would say that that's probably the worst skill to put bonus XP into. I understand it though. I'm not gonna judge you. It hurts me to hear because me, I'm like, oh god, that'd be so much more valuable somewhere else. But I get it. If that's where you want to put it, awesome. Which Instapot do you recommend for farming? I'd have to look again, but just go and see which one would be the best XP. I'd have to look again because it's not something that I would ever recommend you to actually do, honestly. But if you need to do it because you want to rush farming, by all means, live your best life. But you have to check it out though. What I can tell you though, there is definitely one that's like the best XP. I'm not sure which one it is though. I wish I can convert my Silverhawk feather down to springs. Why? I got the agility pet, 9 agility, so I don't care whether it's springs from Silverhawk than feathers. I mean, both are buyable, so it's not really. I get what you're saying, Blue Moon, but both of them are buyable. So who cares, honestly? Just get past 99 agility. You're probably gonna go past 99 eventually anyway. The Jagex has already said, just for anyone who doesn't know this, Jagex has already said they're doing all skills to 120. So if there's people that are like, oh, I want to work on only my 120s and then I'm not going to work on anything else, like I don't want to go past 99, well, eventually you are going to want to. So doing things that are going to set you up to make those other things easier will be better for you in the long run. Like, I bet a lot of you didn't care at all about doing 120 farming before, did you? But now you do. Or 120 herb lore definitely did not seem like something you wanted to do before, huh? Now you do. It's gonna be the exact same thing with every skill. That's what I'm saying. So like, if you guys get in the habit of just like working toward the end game of 120 all, I'm not saying you should work on 200 million all. Like, we're crazy, right? The people that work on that, we're nuts. But the thing, like working toward 120 all, that makes a lot of sense, because eventually it's gonna be like that. So just set yourself up to not be a pain in the ass when they actually do make that update. Because if tomorrow they're like, yo, what's up guys, 120 rune crafting, you're gonna be sitting there like, fuck. Let's see, I'm gonna try to catch up to some of the chat here too. Finally able to check out one of your streams. Hey, thanks Private Man. Glad you're able to make it. Been sub for a few years doing archaeology and double XP mostly because I want to get my max gate back. I'm reading really fast because I have to. Thinking about getting damaged artifacts before double XP. A lot of the you should look to see how artifacts work on double XP though. They're not doubled, so stocking them up is probably a good plan, but it's not. It doesn't work the same as everything else. Damn, you streaming old school Runescape. How are you, Manatee? I'm doing well. Good, doing well. Payton, how are you doing? Sailing. 7 million bonus XP and 95 archaeology. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm also putting a lot of bonus XP into archaeology, but the reason why I'm putting bonus XP in archaeology is because pretty much all of my other skills either are basically 200 million or they already have bonus XP to get there. So I'm now putting stuff into like archaeology and stuff because now I can. Otherwise, putting bonus into archaeology, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, sure, it's a slow skill, but that skill makes you a lot of money though. So the skills that earn you a lot of money are oftentimes better just to do the skill. But whatever you want to work on though. Just some suggestions. Manatee, you have 20 million. What would you recommend flipping an RS3? Look at gear and weapons that cost up to 20 million and start there. The higher price gear and weapons you can do, the better. They should add some things for the Arc. I like doing the Arc. Yeah, I would like to see some updates to the Arc. That'd be pretty awesome. I'm a pretty big fan of it too. I've done 90,000 mining there, 90,000 salts mined. I'm almost 200 million mining from the Arc. I've got over 100,000 pickpockets in the Arc, like over 50,000 bamboos. Like, I don't know. I do like the Arc. I would love to see them do some updates. Woody Instagrows? That's probably it, yeah. It'd be a shame if I put half of all my bonus XP into dungeoneering. A real shame. It would be a shame. I figured bonus XP would make getting 200 million dungeoneering faster. It is true. It does make it faster. But the thing is though is like there's already some very fast ways to train that skill. And so think about it this way. A very slow skill or a difficult skill, you're going to save way more time with bonus XP. A very fast skill, even if it's expensive, is still way less time spent. So what I would highly recommend, that if you want to get really far in RuneScape, like you really want to have tons of high skills, boss pets, all that kind of stuff, the people that, for a majority of the people that have 200 million all 120s, or whatever, like they have really high skills. The reason why is because we plan it out accordingly. Like, we do things that are really efficient. If you don't want to play that way, then don't play that way. Like, you don't need to if you don't want to. But like, we do things in a certain order because it makes the game so much faster. So what is a good idea to put your bonus XP into is things that are very slow. Like, whatever is difficult or slow. The things that are expensive aren't worth putting your bonus XP into either. Like, don't put bonus XP into herb lore. It's a terrible idea. The reason why is because the amount of time you're saving with bonus XP and herb lore is not very much time. And you can just go earn money. Like, going and earning gold, you know, is something that you can work on, and then when you're able to afford that skill, then do that skill with the money you've got. But I know. For a lot of people, I get it. I understand it. You sit there and you're like, how am I going to afford 200 million herb lore if I wanted to do that? Like, that seems so expensive. How would I afford 120 agility with Silverhawks? Like, I get it. I understand it. But You know, that's part of what my content is about, is like helping you guys to be able to learn how to make hundreds of millions or billions, so that later on you don't have to worry about it. Like, imagine this. If you could make 1 billion gold per week, would you care about how much it costs to get 120 herb lore? No. No, you probably wouldn't care at all. Because you flip for 2 weeks and then buy it. Who cares? Then, if you could do that, would you ever put bonus XP into herb lore? Hell no. Why would you? It'd be so easy to do without it. So, that's what I'm talking about, stuff like that. What's your opinion on thieving? I love thieving. Thieving is probably my favorite skill in RuneScape. Just because I really enjoyed doing the elves. I thought the elves were so much fun. Like, the loot was awesome. It gave you so much different types of loot. It was very fast XP. It was very AFK. It was my first 200 million skill was thieving. Would I ever train that skill on double XP? Absolutely not. Unless you are not... If you're level 91, then don't do thieving on double XP. If you're under 91, then thieving is a great option for double XP. Because the low levels of thieving, they do suck. So, once you're 91, don't do it. Do it outside of double XP. You won't regret that decision, because it's very AFK, gives you good money, you get brawlers and other items to use on your skills. So it's a very good support skill, actually, thieving is. If you have the goal of 120 all or 200 million all or something like that, I would actually highly recommend that thieving is one of the first things you do. Because I really set myself up really nicely by doing thieving first. Like, no regrets. It was awesome. I'm still using the items from it. I had like 10,000 porters. Like, not 10,000 charges, 10,000 porters from doing thieving. So I'm still pretty happy about that. I've got like 5,000 left. I'm so happy that I did that. It made other things so much easier. Man, did you hear apparently they're going to work on old school RuneScape Duel Arena? Is it possible RS3 can get inspiration from old school RuneScape devs and fix the toxicity in real world trading? So here's the thing. Do I think it's possible for them to take influence? Yes, I think it's possible. Would I like them to? Yeah, they need to. Do I think they're going to do it? I don't know. Because, like, RS3 seems to not do a lot of things old school does. They seem to have very different goals. I wish they would start doing more of the things that old school does. That's one of the reasons why I really love old school, is because they really seem to be more player oriented, honestly. I love both games. I'm not hating, but I'm just saying, like, if RS3 paid more attention to their players, it'd be a better place. I like both games. I'm out here just working on 99 all. Hey, that's where you start. You start on 99 all. Hey, Cody, any tips on flipping Eldritch pieces? Just be patient. Eldritch pieces are fairly slow. Incendi, what's going on, man? I just saw your name. They're very slow. I would not consider Eldritch pieces to be a consistent flip. You can expect to get a little bit frustrated with them sometimes. It's not something I constantly flip myself. One of the biggest things I would keep in mind is I would flip Eldritch pieces if I could afford all of the Eldritch pieces. If I could afford all the Eldritch pieces, then if anything goes wrong, or if I get annoyed or anything, I can just make an Eldritch crossbow and then go sell the crossbow. So that's kind of like my thing of it. Whenever I'm flipping something that is pieces to something else, I always keep in mind, is it better to just sell that item? Like Ascension crossbows. If I'm flipping a crossbow and the other crossbow is more expensive, I'll just convert crossbows like immediately, you know? Something like that. So Eldritch pieces are very similar. But overall, Eldritch pieces have really good margins, which you probably know. And they're great to flip, but they can just be frustrating sometimes, and they can also be slow. Right now, they're probably really good overnight. Do you have 200 million all? Not yet. I'm working on it. I'm over halfway. Most of my XP, so I've got 3.6 billion XP. You need 5.6 billion XP to be all. So I've got 3.6 billion out of 5.6 billion. But the thing is, though, is a vast majority of my XP is in slower skills. Like, so most of my combats are not 200 million yet, or anywhere near 200 million. So for me to finish off 200 million all is not going to take anywhere near the same amount of time as what I've already put in. So I'm actually, honestly, decently close to getting 5.6. With my pace of playing, I don't know, I'm like a year off probably, which I'm happy about. I'm very happy about that. I want to get 120 agility through Silverhawks, which is I would highly recommend that. That's what I did. I did 200 million with Silverhawks. Well, I'm at 190 mil right now, so I will have 200 million from Silverhawks. When is the best time to buy them in bulk from people who are shy? Slow buy them GE. Highly recommend buying them in GE. You'll get much better prices. You'll get much better prices, and also you don't actually need that many Silverhawks per double XP. The way that I did it is I did my Silverhawks almost entirely on double XP. Pretty much all on double XP. So what I would do is I would just buy as much as I needed for double XP, and then just burn through them. And so like, I wouldn't really recommend stocking up a massive pile of them, unless you just see a price where you're like, oh my god, this price is never going to come around again. Like if they suddenly drop to 10,000 each or something like that, then obviously buy them up. But for the most part though, if you look at the trends, Silverhawks continue to go down. So if you buy them in bits and bits and bits, you'll end up getting better prices in the long run. I split my bonus XP between Invention and Herblore. Arguably two of the worst skills to put your bonus XP into. Invention I would say is the #1 worst skill to put your bonus XP into. Maybe outside of Constitution or Summoning. I don't know. Invention is arguably the worst skill to put bonus XP into. That is just the honest opinion from efficiency standpoint, though. If you want to do it, you do it. Have fun with it. Enjoy the game. It's whatever. I'm just saying I wouldn't recommend you do that anymore if you want to do the efficient route. How does bonus XP work on 2 times? It just stacks. It gives you 3 times XP. So you get bonus and you also get the double. So it's 3 times. Love your videos. Saved up 1 billion to merch with for this upcoming double XP weekend. Your recent vids on it really help. Awesome, man. Really glad to help. There are more videos coming. A lot of them, actually. There's going to be one for every skill. Every relevant skill. Like, I'm not going to do a Constitution video, because that's not a relevant skill, but all the relevant skills. Do they have a Barbarian Assault bonus XP type thing for fishing? Fishing is painful for me right now. I don't think fishing is one of the options. If you're talking about for RS3 though, what level is your fishing? I can help you out. Fishing, just keep in mind though, fishing's AFK. So just do it AFK. And just don't pay attention to it, you know? Work on something else on your computer while you're doing it. Or watch a movie or whatever. Just don't stare at the screen while you're doing fishing. That's the best thing. I'm currently at like 141 million, I think, or something like that, in fishing, and I'm working on getting 200 million fishing, just like everything else, but I love fishing, personally. It's actually very fast later on, and is super chill and relaxed. Okay, I shouldn't say very fast. Fishing is actually still one of the slowest skills in the game, but I have bonus XP to get me to 200 million, so right now it seems pretty fast for me. Does anyone have max XP and max bonus XP? I don't think so, no. It's kind of hard to figure out if anyone has that, though. You have to ask, look around. I don't think anyone has max bonus XP, though. Someone could just buy it, though, at the same time. Already bought supplies for my 99 buyables. Gonna use what's left to get some more overloads for PVM and merch with. Yeah, makes sense. Awesome. Archaeology 8709, last 99. Hey, awesome, Petey. Honestly, man, just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride, because once you are 99, once you are max, you'll be like, yeah, not a big deal, you know. So just enjoy the journey. I love thieving. My God. Hey, 62 agility. There we go. I can now do floor 2 of the Hollowed Sepulture. Oh, I didn't even know I could access that, so that's pretty sweet. Use the Slayer Dungeon Narrow agility. That's good. Any Slayer Dungeon stuff is good. And do that. So, and also, most importantly, we're slightly better at doing agility, so that's pretty nice. It is significantly faster XP doing this than it was the previous places. I'm so happy about that. I don't really know what you mean by hard skills. A hard skill, honestly, is just anything that qualifies as like painfully slow or just difficult to do. Like runecrafting is a hard skill. Runecrafting is a hard skill because if you do the AFK methods, it's very slow. If you do the non-AFK methods, it's very taxing. Like, you know, even soul runes, you're clicking a lot. You're doing like you're running through your the wilderness scold. I don't know what I'm trying to say. The abyss. There we go. You're running through the abyss. That's a lot of work. Are you planning on getting the agility pet? Because you don't have a chance on them using Silverhawks, right? I already have the... Oh, no, sorry. My ult has the agility pet. I do not have the agility pet yet, unfortunately. But, so, basically my plan, since I am at 190 agility, is just to do as much Anachronia and stuff and whatever at this point. But my ultimate plan, though, is if I end up getting 200 million in the skill and I don't have the pet, I'm just gonna do the bikes. So the throne room is AFK, and it doesn't matter like it doesn't matter how much XP you're getting to get the pet. So I'll just AFK the throne room. I might put some time into AFK in the throne room now, honestly, since I'm at 190. But I'm going to try to not Silverhawk all the way to 200 million before I get the pet. We'll see how it goes. What method are you using for fishing? I use either wobbegongs with the dwarven tools or waterfall. I was doing exclusively wobbegongs, but I kind of stopped that around 130 mil because wobbegongs are pretty rare. And my mining is almost 200 million, and my woodcutting is almost 200 million, so like I'm gonna finish those way before I finish fishing if I do only wobbegongs. So I started adding in some waterfall. Also, waterfall is super AFK, so like take advantage of that. I like the idea of wobbegongs are really nice though. They're really nice. If they were just a little bit more common. Fishing is one of the lowest skills at 86. Gathering shark fragments for the auto consume. That'll make a big difference. Missing one piece. I've been doing Menethos VIP. Yeah, I'd recommend Menethos VIP. I would just sit there and do Menethos VIP while working on your suit until you get to Waterfall. And then at Waterfall, just crank out Waterfall. And then when you have the level for wobbegongs, if you like the idea of doing wobbegongs, they're very good. Like, very good. They just take a little bit more running around and stuff. I still want 120 fishing before other 120s because fishing was my first 99. Yeah, get it, man. The fishing cape looks really nice. I love the 120 fishing cape. $200 million construction carpal tunnel yet? Not yet. I'm at 140 something million. I'm almost 150 mil construction. I think 143 million construction. I will be finishing off 200 million really soon though. Like really soon. I'm not there, but very, very soon. Thanks for the tip. I never thought of bikes. Yeah, honestly, I didn't really think of bikes too much either until I realized, hey, they actually give you a ton of XP drops and they're super AFK. Just ignore the floating, the moving around orb thing where it's like best XP or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like the best XP thing doesn't matter at all. It's also not worth chasing at all. So just literally just sit there and just AFK the bikes. That's what I would recommend. I saw some people recommending using the toy mouse, but that looks horrible. Because let's be real, it's probably going to take you a long time. Also, the other way is the Saren posts. So what I'm probably going to do is Saren posts and bikes, like switching between the two. So honestly, yeah, I think that this double XP, I'm actually not going to use Silverhawk feathers. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I was planning on using Silverhawk feathers this double XP. I think I'm actually not going to. Yeah, not really any reason to. I still need to get the rare drops from Anachronia. I've gotten like 3 totem pieces. I think I need 1 or 2 more totem pieces, and then the piece for the building. So I think I'll just knock out Anachronia, get that done, work on my double escape codex because I haven't gotten my own yet. I've gotten my own. Well, I've gotten my double surge, so double surge is done. But I want to earn my own double escape, and I haven't done that yet. So I'll work on that while I'm doing all that. If I don't get the pet by then, though, I'm just gonna grind bikes and posts. But that won't be something I work on right this second, though, because I want to make progress in my other stuff rather than pet hunt. You know, I can always pet hunt later. How many Silverhawks do you use up during double XP weekend? You use 80 per hour. So it's always 80 per hour at top end. So I just focus on 80 per hour. How much XP can you get from the weekend? I usually get something around 5 million. It's also not a weekend. Remember, it's like the whole week. But during that time frame, it's usually about 5 mil. And do you need to train a specific skill for it to maximize agility XP? Kinda, because you just need something that is triggering the hawks. Using Proteans does not trigger hawks. So if you're trying to do Proteans with hawks, just remember that you'll have to like use a switch, like either plant a bone or switch boots, or like do an action that gives you the chance to give silver hawks. Fletching is a really great way to do that. If you just keep some arrows, like keep some headless arrows and some arrowheads in your inventory, you can just click them, and then that will activate your silverhawks. It's a really good way to activate silverhawks when you're doing something that doesn't use silverhawks. But otherwise though, when you're doing other skills, like if you're crafting or whatever, then you'll use 80 per hour. Oh, clicked a little bit too fast there. We're almost through all of our plate bodies. I haven't been like extensively clicking though. I'm happy to see we're at 17.65 mil. I'm actually really excited to work towards my first 100 million XP in old school or whatever. I'm gonna do a lot of woodcutting, I think. You miss RS3 some days? I like both. I like both. You know, you don't have to miss either one of them if you play both of them. That's what I'm saying. Like I enjoy both, so I just play both. I haven't played like on a main account like this in a while, so this is actually really fun to do. Build it up because I want to be able to make runes. I want to be able to make the old school guides and stuff like that. Kind of have to have the stuff unlocked to make guides. The agility dummies trigger hawks. I'm trying to remember, man. I don't remember if dummies trigger hawks. I don't think they do. I don't think they do. And I don't remember. I'll just be honest. I don't remember. And they do? Okay. I wanted to say they do because I was doing the Slayer dummies and I wanted to say that they do, but at the same time though, I'm almost positive they do not use 80 per hour, so you might also still want to use a switch. I'm doing construction, craft, farm, and archaeology for double XP. Construction, crafting, farming, and archaeology for double XP. I would definitely do construction and crafting. I would probably only do farming and archaeology if you really need to. Farming is like one of the easiest 200 millions in the game, honestly, because you literally just check on your animals and it gives you ridiculous amounts of XP. I know it's fun to do those skills where you see like massive amounts of XP in an hour, like 20 million farming per hour or whatever, which you can do with the growth beans, but like it just ends up being a time waste though, because you'll get that later. This is also coming from someone who's trying to max out their XP, so ignore me if you don't really care about that. Hayden says, I'm going for 200 million all. I want to AFK mainly. Me too. Same thing. Would you recommend doing fishing, waterfall, or safe cracking wildy for thieving on double XP? I definitely would not thieve on double XP if you're trying to do 200 million all. You better have a real good reason. I also would hardcore not do fishing on 200 million on double XP either. Unless you're doing Fishing Frenzy, and you've already got most of your other 200 millions done. Hey, what's up, dude? Yep, trying to grind some XP on here. Making that agility progress. Now that we've unlocked Sears, the agility XP progress is definitely a lot better. Glad to see you too. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Also, guys, it's been 37 minutes since anyone followed. If anybody would like to follow on Twitch, really love having you guys here. Thank you so much for making this possible. Feel free to check out our Discord down below. Down below is the old school RuneScape Discord link. If you guys play RS3, you can definitely check out the RS3 link in any other video. We got 11,000 members in our RS3 Discord. We have 500 members in our old school RuneScape Discord. Working on building up both though. It's a really difficult task, honestly. So every time you guys hit a like or a sub or follow or comment on a video or whatever, it helps to make the goal possible. But trying to build up a Discord server for each game, whew, it's going to be a hell of a lot of work, but we're going to try to do it. I got 599's bank of Proteans. Nice. Nice, man. What's a good combat mage range method in personal Slayer Dungeon for 200 million XP, as I don't want to do virus since it's always packed and spawns can mess up? Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Spawns don't really mess up if you just set them up. Once you set them up, they don't mess up. And then to reset them, like if you world hop or something, it's very easy to do. It's like super easy to do, actually. So if that's giving you a little bit of trouble, I can definitely help you out. Because I love doing Vires. Vires are king if you do not have, you know, your prayer, invention, farming, all that kind of stuff. Even agility, silverhawking, or whatever. Like it's so much XP that Vires are worth doing. But if you don't want to do them, then you're gonna be stuck with doing Slayer. Is your Slayer 200 million already? If it's not, then you're on Slayer. If you're planning on doing dummies for Slayer, that's going to cost you a shitload of money. But you can do that. In that case, Ceradon Encampment is very good. Ceradon Encampment is still like 1 million XP per hour outside of double XP, so that means it's like 2 million XP per hour on double XP. It's very fast. It's probably better than nearly all the methods of player-owned Slayer dungeon. And you can AFK that too. It's a little harder to AFK because they beat the shit out of you, but you can definitely AFK it. Just like Trim Masterwork, spec'd out with Supreme Overloads, and you'll be fine. We didn't even have we didn't even have Trim Masterwork or Elder Overloads and all that kind of stuff back then, so with that kind of gear, it's actually probably chill to do Ceradon Encampment now. I should probably go make a new video on that because no one showed that video in a long time, and that stuff is a crazy high XP. It's probably even higher now because that was back before we had all that gear. So that stuff's probably stupid now. I'm Max, working on 120 all and don't care about being super efficient. I got you, Jenny. Honestly, remember, like I said, my comments are purely coming from someone who's trying to be efficient. So whatever you want to put it in, you do it. There. I have a confession to make. There was a time where I was putting my bonus XP into farming. There was. This was before player-owned farm, and I just honestly was just like, God, I'm not being consistent enough about my farm runs, and so I need to just put bonus XP in here. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why, but for some reason, this makes no sense to me. But for some reason, I'm enjoying doing this old school agility. The more I do it, the more I'm enjoying doing it, which is just a really weird thing. I feel like I should be liking it less, but I feel like the more I do this, the more I'm actually enjoying this. But honestly, though, if you play old school, doing agility on your iPad or whatever is actually super chill and relaxed. I actually really enjoy doing agility on mobile. I think it's a great skill for mobile. Barbarian fishing is also a really good option for mobile too. I was watching through. Oh, I was through YouTube. Oh, I got you, man. Yeah. For all you that are on YouTube too, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for being on YouTube, and obviously you being on there definitely helps to get the numbers up there too. Whatever. Honestly, I'm just happy you're all here. Thank you. I got trim comp recently and got bored. That's why I'm going for 200 million XP. I got you. Do you have your achievements done? Or is that something you're working on? Is like capping out achievements? I want to finish my trim comp and my comp. I haven't even done regular comp yet, and the main reason is because I don't have 120 Slayer and I don't have all the quests done. Once I have the quests done and once I have 120 Slayer, comp's pretty much done for me. I just haven't done those. And then trim, I have like a pretty significant amount of progress on that too. I just haven't. There's some stuff I need to finish off, but my thing is I mostly need AFK time or working on content time. So trying to work those comp goals into like the content is tough. It sucks, honestly. It really sucks. A lot of people ask me that, I get the question all the time. They're like, do you have trim or do you have comp or do you have this or why don't you have all the quests done? Let me tell you, I feel the same pain. See, look, Juan right there. He's like, do you have the Master Quest cape? See, every time someone asks me that, man, I'm like, I would. Do I want to? Yeah, I do. But just like doing like my in real life work. I should say my non RuneScape work. Doing my non RuneScape work. Doing my RuneScape work. And then doing all the content for the Discord and everything. I just don't have time, man. It's hard. It's hard to work, even doing Slayer tasks. It's hard to work that stuff in. So doing something like I'm doing right now, yeah, it's nice. I'm able to do it because we're on stream. Stop doing cardio. You're burning your gains. I'll do Fire Watches, I guess. Then thanks. I don't have 200 million Slayer yet. Do Slayer tasks for your combat for sure. Hey, thank you guys for the 2 follows. For sure do your Slayer tasks for Slayer. I mean, that's an obvious one. But Fires, honestly, they're really not that bad. So here's all you gotta do. Enter a world. Look on the map for very obvious things. Hey, Zuko, thank you so much for the Prime sub, dude. Buying a coffee. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, man. Honestly, thank you. You guys, pretty much, your guys' donations is what pays for coffees during my streams. So basically what you do is you go over to alright, so enter the it'd be easier if I could just show you on a stream or something like that, but you enter the area for Fires. First go to the right, walk down the stairs, look there and find and make sure that all the Fires are the same level. Because the Fires that don't have the right level are the ones that aren't supposed to be there, and those are the ones that got stuck there from someone running through. So kill those Fires, and then walk back up, just kill all the Fires at least one time, open the doors, kill them, walk down a little bit to the left, kill them. If you want to, open that northwest door, make sure there's no Fires stuck behind any of those, the main 3 buildings, make sure none of them are stuck behind those buildings. And then after that, seriously, that's all you gotta do. That's literally all you do is you just check the buildings, check the right path, check the left path, and then AFK. That's all you gotta do. The most common places for Fires to get stuck is down the right stairs, and then also to the left in front of that building. There's like a, you know the spot where you stand for Fires? If you follow that fence down to the left, a lot of times they'll get stuck right there in that doorway. But besides those spots, that's all you gotta do. And then you just sit there and chill in AFK. They never get stuck again as long as you don't world hop or leave or whatever. They never get stuck again. And seriously, after you've unstuck them once, it literally takes like 30 seconds. If you know what to do, it literally takes 30 seconds to make sure everything's set up properly. I feel you though. It is kind of annoying, and I really wish that you could put the Fires in your Slayer dungeon. And like it be really good, but unfortunately they're just not as good. Do you have a video on your channel on which dailies to do each day? I don't right now, but I would love to make an updated one since they made those changes. As you can probably see, there's been a lot of content coming out lately. I have so much content that I'm wanting to put out. So honestly, man, go to our RS3 Discord, go to video ideas, and in the video ideas, put that in the video ideas. If you guys have good video ideas, put them in the video ideas, seriously, and I will work on making the content if it's something I can fit in. And there's so much stuff I want to make right now, so yeah, I'd love to make your ideas. Can't afford members on RuneScape on old school. I mean it's $3 USD for membership. For a bond, it's only $3 USD if you use a VPN. Otherwise, you can just buy a bond with RuneScape Gold. Honestly, Jenny, if you play, I don't know, just earning money for bonds is not that bad. You can go AFK some archaeology or whatever. If you flip it all, it's really easy to make money that way. I know I say it's easy, but once you get over the initial hump of setting yourself up, then it is much easier to maintain. I get that it's obviously, it can be tough to start to afford membership on more than one account in the very beginning, for sure. Putting bonus XP in rune crafting, I'm draining 200 XP, is that a bad idea? It's, okay, so it's a really good idea to put your bonus XP into rune crafting. But you just have to just decide how you're going to do it. If you're going to AFK rune spam the entire time, or those events that pop up like the one that just popped up, then put a ton of bonus XP into your rune crafting, for sure. But if you are planning on doing soul runes, then just understand that you only use up about 1 to 5 ratio. So if you need 200 million XP or like whatever, just it's used at a 1 to 5 ratio. So you will use up 1 to 5. but that's only for soul runes. It's kind of weird how soul runes work. If you look up a video on soul runes, if you're not like it, you may already be doing souls. You may know how that works. But anyway, let me know if you don't. I can talk more about it. You probably already know what I'm saying. But yeah, use less bonus XP if you're gonna do souls. Use more if you're gonna AFK Runespan. Do I have Master Quest Cape? I wish. I will soon, ish. I'm going to work on doing literally everything in both games. It's just like when things get done, who knows. My main priority right now for RS3 is to work on getting 200 million all, and then also the Quest Cape done, because kind of like I was explaining my predicament about the Quest Cape earlier, I want to get that done. My main goals for old school RuneScape is just getting set up to be like an efficient account to be able to do content with, and that's kind of my goals with that. So getting a lot of the quests done, getting some good base stats, stuff like that. The good thing is I don't really have to worry about money on my accounts, you know, because I've got plenty of gold on both my accounts. Although this account is kind of like this account is actually Iron Man-ish. So the gold on this account is what I am working off of. I'm not using any of the swapped gold. Like, so if I was to swap gold, like for example, in this account, this account's Grand Exchange has like 1 billion gold in it for old school. I'm not using any of that on this account though. This account is only using the gold that it earns on its own, because it just sounds like a really fun way to do it. So, like this bank right here, we got about like 17, 18 mil on this bank, and then that's what I'm using for this account, so. Got Magister title today at 217, wow! Wow, that's not, dang, you got lucky. That's awesome, man. Buying the Flipmaster coffee, life goal number 42 achieved. What would you buy to GO long for, wait, what's to wait, GO? What's to buy to, I'm thinking about holding Link and, oh, you're talking about crypto? I don't do anything with crypto. I really don't have any interest in crypto. Also, hi, Daddy Jesus Christ. Thank you for the detailed answer. For sure, probably way too much detail, and probably was a little stumble to get there, but it'd be way easier if I could just show you Vires. It's a very simple process if I could actually show it on the screen. Chances are will definitely, honestly, you might see me doing Vires my next RS3 stream, so just ask me then, I'll show you if you need help setting them up. Will you do a video on how to do Vires? Yes, I do plan on doing that. But put that request in the RS3 Discord's requests. How long is my delay? The delay is longer on one of them, but also we're just really far back in the chat though. We had a lot of chat. I'm putting everything on herb at the moment. If you want to, I'd highly recommend not, because you can just earn gold, and gold is what makes herb lore go faster, not bonus XP. You'll put like 4 mil bonus XP into herb lore, and it'll be gone in 1 hour of training herb lore. Like you literally save yourself 1 hour. So here, let me put this into perspective, because I think that's a great way to explain what I mean about prioritizing slow or difficult skills. If I was to train Runespan gives you around 120, 130,000 experience per hour. So let me do quick math here. 120, 130k per hour is what that looks like. One sec, let me look at it. Okay. So 4 million divided by 130,000, and that's being pretty generous actually. Runespan is pretty slow, especially when you're really AFK. 30.7 hours. So about 31 hours. So 31 hours of AFKing Runespan gives you 4 million runecrafting experience. So if I put 4 million bonus XP, if I put 4 million bonus XP into my runecrafting, then that's going to save me 31 hours of runecrafting AFK at Runespan. If I put 4 million XP of that into Herblore, it saves me anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. So, which would you rather save? Would you rather save 31 hours, or would you rather save 1 or 2 hours? So that's if you use that mindset when you're trying to choose what I should prioritize my XP in, whether it be lamps or bonus XP or your dailies or whatever, when it comes to prioritizing what to put that into, consider how much time that actually saves you. Because I get it. I understand that when you're like, oh man, I don't want to spend all that money on Herblore. I don't want to spend all that money on fletching or whatever. But money, how much money can you make in 31 hours? You know, if I go and kill Vyres or Abyssal Demons or a lot of other things, I can get 4 or 5 million per hour. If I spend 31 hours there, that's going to be getting pretty close to 200 million gold that I earned in that amount of time. Can I skill for 1 hour of Herblore with 200 mil? Yeah, you definitely can. So like when you do all that consideration, all that math and everything, you really understand why it's a bad idea to put it in those skills. Anyway, that is my suggestion. Put it wherever you want to. What do you do for your daily tasks? Mine is runecrafting. It was construction. Construction was my daily task because construction just previous to the portables was like a big pain. So I was doing that. But I would probably say runecrafting is probably like the best thing now. I made my first 2 million from flipping an RS3. Thanks for giving me the motivation to finally start it. Hey, nice, man. Congratulations and good start. Have not been high alchemy much at all. Should probably high alch more. Why do you do Vyres? They give you a ridiculous amount of XP total. Like your total XP per hour is like 2 mil or more. So if you set that for 10 hours doing Vyres, you've gained over 20 million experience for your account. That's massive. On top of the fact that if you're paying some kind of attention and looting some things, you're going to make a lot of money doing it too. Vyres are an average of like 4 million per hour, like roughly. They're like roughly 4 mil per hour after your costs and stuff. So if I spend 10 hours doing Vyres, I gained about 20 million XP, maybe more, depending on what you're doing. Like, are you doing all your invention? Are you doing agility? You know, like there's a lot of things involved in that. But 20 million XP and 40 million gold. Could be more. If you pay attention to Vyres and you're doing them like actively, like using Mage, using Detonate, opening up the door, like because there's an optional door to open to make it go faster. If you're doing all that stuff and you're using Columbarium rings, you can make like 8 million gold per hour and well over 2 million XP per hour. So actively playing, you could get somewhere between 25 and 30 million XP, or 25 to 30 million XP in 10 hours, and something around 80 million XP in 10 hours. So could you imagine if you played a day of RuneScape where you gained 25 million XP throughout a whole bunch of different skills and 80 million in loot? Like, it's incredible. So that's the reason why people do Vyres. In my opinion, Vyres are the best AFK content in RuneScape. Especially if you're an Iron Man, because Iron Man, I mean, like, it gives you so many things to use for Iron Man. Alchables, everything. Like, Vyres are king, boy. Yeah, in my opinion, Vyres are still the best AF thing you can possibly do in RuneScape when it comes to like XP and GP and everything balanced out. Bro, the fitness channel in Discord looks dead. I'm disappointed. I know. It's because the gyms have all been closed. You know, lockdown, man. People can't go to the gym. My gym reopened now, but I'm just casually going back in. And honestly, I'm more working on cutting some weight, cutting that COVID weight. I don't know why you would put bonus XP or even rush herb when you can slowly and over time make a bunch of overloads for PVM. Yeah, 100%. I want that 120 herb, but instead of rushing with power bursts, I'm doing overloads. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. The overloads and other potions. There's lots of utility potions to get XP with. There are so many options actually that you will get a massive amount of XP from those things because the XP from those is so much. I personally, I'm sitting at 165 million XP right now in my Herblore, and it'll probably still be my last one. It'll probably still be my last 200 mil. I think the Herblore will be my last 200 million skill, because even though I'm at 165, like I want to wait to like make potions I'm gonna use. You know, it's really not a skill you should rush. Also, holy overloads. Once you have access to holy overloads, you can do nearly all the content in the game too. There's not a lot of reason to rush 120 Herblore even, unless you are you're working on completionist or something, like there's not really a lot of reason to rush 120. Like the old saying goes, time is money. 100%, yeah. I put bonus XP into the skill I want to do the least. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. I just probably wouldn't put it into the one you want to do the least if the one you want to do the least is like 10 million an hour. Like smithing, for example. Smithing is 5.2 million XP per hour. Plus extra XP from magic and everything else per hour during double XP. So it is insanely fast. So, skills like that, even if I didn't like the skill, I probably still wouldn't put bonus because it would just be, you would be gaining so little. Whenever I start flipping, I feel like I get discouraged since I can't really break the 100 to 200 million mark. Any tips on breaking through? My number one tip would be to just check how efficient you are at like what you're doing. Like, what is your daily progress? What is your weekly progress? You should honestly blow through 100 to 200 million in, like, let's say you have 50 mil GP. You could get to 100 mil in that day. Once you're at 100 million, you should be blowing past 200 million in like a couple days. Maybe 2 or 3 days after that. So like if you're not making that kind of progress, then chances are you're not flipping the right things, you're not being efficient with your strategy. And then once you hit like 250, 300 million, then you should be sitting between 2 and 3 billion by the end of a month after that. So once you hit 250 or 300 million, realistically you should be at max cash or more at the end of a month. And that's not no lifing it. That's just being efficient with your flips. That's doing the overnights like you should be and stuff like that. So my number one tip would be just to like really like reevaluate your progress and make sure that your progress in flipping is where it should be, because a big reason why you're not breaking through that plateau is probably because just the overall speed of which you're flipping is just not going that fast, and you're probably just getting bored or burnt out. I know I got really fat. Do you want me to start shit posting again in Disco? Maybe lighten up? Sure, I'll post with you. I didn't get like really fat, but I definitely lost some muscle. Added some extra fat. I think I probably gained like 5 pounds of fat. Like honestly, like nothing crazy. The gym like recently opened up and then closed again for like 2 months. But when it recently opened up, before this 2 months off, I like had made up most of my, like I had gotten back to most of my strength levels. So I'm not like top peak where I should be for strength wise, but I'm definitely not far behind, and I'm not really too concerned with it. I'd rather just cut off the COVID weight and stuff like that. So that's what I'm working on. I just recently started getting to fasting once a week. I just don't eat one day. Haven't noticed much muscle loss. About 5 days after the fast, I lose 1 to 2 pounds normally. I mean, I don't know. What I would say about that is that losing 1 to 2 pounds every 5 days or every week is a normal weight loss problem, or a normal weight loss program. So if you're not doing more than a normal weight loss program, then I'd question if that's even working for you. Because usually people do something a little, like unorthodox or a little outside the normal if it's going to make you significant progress. 1 to 2 pounds is pretty normal, pretty average for weight loss. So I would probably ask myself, is it worth doing that to myself? Because fasting for 24 hours does not sound fun, or fasting for a day does not sound fun, and it's really not always that good on your body. Coffee fasts. I mean, I drink a lot of coffee. Honestly, it's like one of the biggest things that help for like doing any kind of weight loss is drinking a ton of coffee and tea. Oh, I remember you were bloat lording. Bloat lording. My daily exercise hasn't changed much, so the fasting is the factor in my weight loss. If you can still efficiently work out while fasting, then I would really check to make sure that your exercise is really efficient for cutting or whatever. But I'll tell you what, if I'm eating at a 300 calorie deficit, which is how much you should normally be at for a weight loss, I will be pretty drained and sometimes even slightly nauseous from not having enough food. Like that's what a workout does to me. So like Maybe look at your workout plan too and make sure it's something that's like really being efficient for you. Oh, it's just normal work. I don't go to the gym. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, then your fasting is really not working then. I'm just gonna be honest with you, it's really not working then if that's the case. And if your fasting is one day a week, that's also not doing anything for you either. The consistency and the numbers and everything that doesn't add up mathematically. Bro, what if you can't fast for a day? Where the F are you at? If you can't fast for a day? Where the F are you at? Our ancestors went days without eating all the time. Man up. Yeah, but our ancestors were also small as hell. Did you see our ancestors? I don't see any of our ancestors like benching 400 pounds. Unless they were like carrying boulders around all day long. I take that back. You know, they were probably pretty jacked, but they weren't like I don't know. You know, they were like, dude, check out my biceps, bro. They had a different type of swole. See, like our ancestors, or just people like even people like 200 years ago, they had a different type of swole. You know, like look at Greek god statues. Look at the statues. I mean, that's what they thought was like built. So we can literally see what a built dude looks like back in Greek mythology, because those statues were honestly probably a lot more built than people were for the most part, because after all, why would you make a god look like a normal man, you know? When I look at those statues, I'm like, that dude's he's not deadlifting 500. He's not deadlifting 500. He's not curling those 60s. It is built. No, it is. Yeah. Some of those guys are really big, for sure. It's just like the people that work on farms or whatever, and they do farm work all day long, and they get pretty built. Before we had so much protein in our diets, at least, yeah. Oh, alright, this has actually been really entertaining, and I'm closing in on 63 agility, which is pretty sweet. But I do need to hop off for the night. I do have to, unfortunately. It's been really fun, guys. I need to go get some other work done, but thank you so much for joining in on our stream. If you guys liked doing old school streams, I'm definitely going to be doing some more in the future, but the next one will probably be an RS3 stream. Actually, I can almost guarantee the next one's going to be an RS3 stream. So possibly see you tomorrow on the RS3 stream. We'll see when the next one is, but check out the Discord down below if you want to see when I post when we're going to do that, or you can just be a follower on the Twitch or a follower with the bell clicked on the YouTube in order to be able to see when we go live. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. I'll see you guys in the next one.